3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Ding dong. Hello?
Everybody 3 count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get here because I was cute, or because I came from some famous wrestling family, or because I sucked up to the right people. I got here because I am good. I earned this championship.
Frustrated into the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Bret made a very, very selfish decision. Bret's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Bret screwed Bret. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Bret.
This is my show, and I'm sick of all of you calling me the coward. You're the cowards. I'm the one here day in and day out in that wrestling ring, beating people up. Thank you very much.
I don't steal opportunities. I am the opportunity.
3 ain't enough now. I need 5. Welcome in, Jim.
I'm an idiot.
Ryan.
I'm a sausage guy.
Matt.
Who gives a shit?
Tim.
Right on the cock.
And intern Mark.
Hi, boys.
I'm going to tell y'all with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday, June the 10th, 2021. We are still the podcast of the millennium. Make sure you go to 3countthursday.com to find all of our social media links, our YouTube channel, our merchandise over at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver.
Thank you, Tim. Our Patreon page, patreon.com/3countthursday, our Collar and Elbow brand deal, store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Use promo code 3count for 10% off each and every order over at store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Our home network, of course, NGSC Sports at ngscsports.com. And our secondary home is the Leap Sports and Music Network. Ryan, could you tell the folks for me where they can find the Leap Sports and Music Network?
On the internet at leeibsports.com.
Thank you. That's the one. That's the
My
one
bad.
I'm looking for. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it is on the internet, so you were not wrong.
Wasn't wrong.
You were not wrong when you said that, but we were looking for.
Is that like a large print copy of that book that you're reading, Ryan?
No, it's a normal print.
It's a little large.
It's just a large book. Maybe it's just a large book.
I would like to read an excerpt if I may.
The floor is yours, Ryan. The floor is yours.
It is a wonderful read. I am only reading the Bree passages. It's broken down by Bree and Nicole. However, I will read from a Nicole passage, and you'll understand why. Page 7. So we're really early in this book.
Early in the book.
Nicole. I got a boob job in 2012. What can I say? I had always wanted bigger boobies, particularly since mine just disappeared after I started getting really fit for wrestling. It took me a long time to make the $6,500 to pay for them. I have never messed with my face. Intentionally, that is. What a page turner, folks.
What
the Bree segments are great.
Was that
I would imagine so.
Did that one ever make the New York Times bestseller list? Do we know? I'm not sure if it did or not.
I don't know. I bought it at Target, like at full price.
Why? What's wrong with you?
I actually own
Man.
I own a shitload of wrestling books. I really do. So I just it gets thrown right on the old.
And how many have you read?
I read one of them.
0.0.
Fuck,
Oh,
I
one-
read
one-
one
1.0.
I read 1.0 of them.
Which is the one you read? Wait,
You never
Pete
will
Gas.
guess.
Pete
It
Gas.
is the Pete Gas
I
book.
do
Yeah.
remember you telling us that.
Yes, that is the one.
You read former guest
You
of
read
the
Pete
show,
Gas.
Right.
Pete Gas.
Mick
So-
Foley's #1 bestsellers. Own them. Never read them.
Never read it.
I'll be darned.
Never read them.
If I
But they're-
may, I'd like to read an excerpt as well from a book I'm reading.
Go
What
ahead.
was it
Tim.
about?
It
About
is.
boobies?
It is the WWE official cookbook.
Oh, hey.
I'd like to read you all a passage
Salsa.
entitled "N.W. Oatmeal."
Oh, for God's sakes.
Give your wolf pack a killer start to their day without having to wake up early. This oatmeal is made the night before and sets in the refrigerator while you sleep. Thank you.
Tim, is there recipes for whoopie pies in there?
Let me look. Hold on.
What if there was, Mark? What superstar would be tied to those whoopie pies?
Ooh.
Oh, it's easy.
Boy, if this was an ECW,
You
cookbook,
won't
it'd be
effing
the honest
believe
roadshow.
it.
Shut up.
It's got to be Ric Flair, right?
It's the Ric Flair whoopie pies.
Oh my God.
I'll be damned.
I'll read another excerpt. Make these pies and prove to your friends you're one styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing son of a gun. If
I feel
anybody,
like they could have said "son of a baker," but whatever.
yes, if
I was
anybody
waiting
would
for
like,
whoopie pie eating.
if anybody would like a photograph of how to make the Ric Flair whoopie pies, I'm sending it now. Yeah,
There we
of
go.
course you would raise your hand, intern Mark.
Well,
I'm gonna
Enter Mark,
pass
you have
that
to
on to-
take that to Miriam.
I am. Yeah, I'm going to take it straight to Miriam Tuesday. I'm going to get there early.
All right, I cannot believe there's whoopie pies in this damn book.
I can't believe it either.
I'm assuming they're high in fiber to keep it regular.
They changed all the water to Metamucil.
No,
Mix
when
in
was that?
Metamucil.
When was that book printed, Tim? Because I assume that the Ric Flair whoopie pies might be like the adult whoopie pies that the Not Miriam's sells at Roots every week.
This is 2019, if you'd believe it.
Ooh, so yeah, he was coming off the booze at that point.
So let's talk about so wrestlers who have. I'm gonna pick a couple from each category.
okay,
So under breakfast, you could
Granny
have
Smith apples.
you could have the NW oatmeal. You could have biscuits and gravy boy Smith,
All right, I like that.
or you could have Bakishta. Under snacks and appetizers, you could get some Alistair Black bean dip.
ooh, okay. Hold on, we have some breaking news.
Oh,
It's announced on Impact Wrestling tonight that Kenny Omega versus Moose for the Impact World Championship will be at Against All Odds on Saturday. This Saturday?
is that this
From
Saturday?
Daly's Place? Is that this Saturday?
Oh, they're having it at Daly's.
And I think it might be on Impact Plus.
At Daly's Place,
If
the
it
winner will
is-
face Sammy Callahan at Slammiversary for the Impact title. Wow.
Nice.
Moose.
There we go.
So
Back to the cookbook.
Alistair Black bean dip, Cactus Pepper Jack queso, and Samosa Joe.
Oh, I
Samosa
get
Joe.
it. I get it.
Soup, salads, and sides. You could have the Ayatollah of Capicola melt. You could have the Brett Hitman Heartichoke gratin.
I'm sorry, the Ayatollah of what?
Capicola.
Gabagool.
Thank you.
Capicola. You could also have the jabroni macaroni salad made with people's elbows. Main dishes.
A big glass of milk.
Main dishes. You could have the brawn stroganoff. No, thank you. The Ricky the Dragon fire shrimp.
Okay.
And you could have some of the Portobello twins. And then for dessert, on top of the whoopie pies, you can get a R-Truth's What's Upside Down cake. And
these names have gotten worse.
There's just so many.
I was really
there's flan Balor.
Oh,
and there's also beverages and cocktails.
Is it the Tamina iced tea? I heard that's to die for.
There's the iced Booker tea.
Oh, okay.
There's also a ginger Mahal.
Okay.
And the Seamus Shamrock Shake.
Of course.
Dude, I saw that twinkle in intern Mark's eye.
No, that was just the reflection of his screen.
Oh, is that what it was?
All right. So yeah, Impact
Shamrock Shake.
Impact Against All Odds is this Saturday from Skyway Studios in Nashville, but the main event will be held at Daly's Place.
Wow.
Jacksonville, because I think that this week.
But Kenny can't.
Dynamite's on Saturday this week, right? This is the Saturday night.
I think this is still Friday night.
I feel like it's Friday night.
Is it still Friday?
I don't know.
Why the
God,
fuck
I wish
did
we
they have
were
it
a
in that
wrestling
spot?
podcast and we would know that.
We should, but
Let's talk about more food.
Like, why am I going to be in charge of knowing when?
Because you're the effing host. You say it all the time.
Yeah, but
if you're the host, you're in charge. You either delegate or you just do the work. Hashtag Cody Rhodes.
Look up when Dynamite is this week.
Fine, I will right now.
Ryan.
Remember when Matt used to be that guy?
I do remember that.
Oh, those were the days.
Now we just not pay Tim. Ryan.
How you doing?
Oh, just fine. Whatever. Great. Thanks for asking.
Good, no problem.
Yeah, good. It's a Thursday. We're going to do this show. I was told we were going to be in and out again quick tonight. We'll see about that.
No.
I actually got the run sheet for the first time, which is just really cool. That just keep playing fucking sound effects while I'm trying to talk. That's great.
Tomorrow, 10 p.m., AEW presents Dynamite.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll have a great audience like they did last week.
Well, you know ratings don't matter.
I know ratings don't matter.
It's true.
They're just about as bad as Raw ratings anymore.
That's one, Ryan.
That's one. Tim.
How you doing?
I'm great. Hold on. I'm even better now.
No,
Oh, we're still doing
here
this?
we go. It doesn't even pop right.
Because it's full of energy. It doesn't need to pop. There ain't no gimmicks in this lemon lime Zoa brought to you straight from the rock.
Warzone.
No, that's not right, Matt. Get it right.
Yum.
Is
What
he, just
flavor
is he running
tonight,
for
Tim?
president yet? Is this really a
He
thing?
can't run for president yet, you dope. We got another 4 years.
Matt.
How you doing?
I'm all right, I guess. War games.
Hey!
War games! War games! War games! War games!
Bobby Lashley.
Oh, God.
Bobby!
Shane McMahon. Get them all out of the way.
And there we are.
The best in the world.
You're all welcome.
Does anyone know how to hack a computer? I'm asking for a
You
friend.
would.
If any of us would know, it would be you.
I'm outsourcing this to the internet. Because I'm the host.
Intern Mark.
How you doing?
Hi, boys. I'm doing real good. Real good. I got some Miriam's whoopie pie sitting in the kitchen right now.
Oh, hi,
In the crisper drawer. Hi, boys.
What
In
flavor?
the crisper drawer. The crisper drawer. In my refrigerator, I got some Hodecker celery.
Did
I'm all
you get
set.
the Mountain Dew whoopie pies, Mark?
I did not this week. They're over at the Sweet Spot. And I might get some next week. I had some coworkers ask if I had gotten any. But
So what
I did
flavor
this
whoopie
week.
pies do you have this week?
well, you know what? I'm glad you asked. They had shoe fly pie.
Oh,
They had the chocolate chip.
okay.
Shoe fly pie, whoopie pie. That sounds
They have.
awful.
You mean delicious?
Oof.
It sounds delicious.
No.
There's shoe fly pie. There's lemon. They still have strawberry.
Okay.
There was banana. And then we have there's a coffee whoopie pie. So it's chocolate on the outside and the inside's coffee.
Go ahead and hit it with that mute. Jim, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing.
There's lemon.
Hey, hold on. I know how to get him to stop talking about this. Did you happen to watch AEW Dark where the Sea Stars took on Big Swole and Kyle and King?
Man, did I ever? I'll tell you what. When
I thank you for asking, Ryan. I'm doing better than I thought I would be today. Better than I thought I would be today. For those that know, you know.
You gotta hit him with the Conrad Thompson. I'm better than I deserve.
Better than I deserve. And my head's probably almost as big as Connie's. So
Roll Tide.
Actually, did want to hear what actually goes into a shoe fly pie whoopie pie. I'm still
Okay.
a little confused about that.
Mark, can you?
And then when the Sea Stars came off the ropes.
Okay, Mark.
Man, I
He's
was
not
just
ready. He's
like-
not ready yet. He's got to keep going.
Yeah, Mark. Can we sidebar that till after the show?
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Matt does want to know what's in a shoe fly pie whoopie pie.
Man, I'm glad you asked. Well, first of all of Miriam's pies are made right there in Miriam's kitchen. So only the finest ingredients go into one of Miriam's whoopie pies. So the exterior of the whoopie pies, the shell, if you will, is shoe fly pie textured material.
Ew.
And then the
God.
and
So it's a
then the-
molasses cake with like the cream in the middle still?
there's cream in the middle. You know what? When we come back from break, maybe I'll get one.
Please do.
Now, is there a wet portion to any of it? Like a whoopie
well, I
pie
guess-
usually is like a wet bottom where the molasses sits.
Correct.
Is that the
You can have
inside of the whoopie?
Well, this one it has the cream in there, so the cream is about as wet as you're going to get, unless it was raining at Roots on Tuesday. Then all the shoe fly whoopie pies are wet bottoms.
Oof. Look, I don't mean to talk negative about Great
Wait.
Miriam's pies, but
Yeah, that sounds like shit.
That sounds
fucking
brutal.
That sounds horrible.
That sounds awful.
Like I would eat 6 Mountain Dew whoopie pies before I took a bite of a shoe fly pie.
I would
whoopie
eat.
pie.
What did
I would
Ryan
eat
say?
a lemon
Something
lime
about-
Zoa whoopie pie.
What did
before-
Ryan say last week? Something if you would eat something off the bottom of a shoe before you would eat that?
Me?
Yeah, I don't
didn't
remember.
say that.
You said something along those lines or something.
I
off the
said I
bottom.
don't like change. I don't think I'm not a maniac.
Yeah,
Eating off
there was
people's-
definitely you said something. About
I will
you-
eat 13 shoe fly pie whoopie pies before I eat something off of a bottom of a shoe, Jim. Not
I
a
don't know.
fucking lunatic.
There was something you said
Right.
last week. I don't exactly remember what it was, but yeah, that.
Right.
So
you
Matt,
seem,
you just don't like shoe fly pie. Is that what it is?
I'm fine with like a small piece of shoe fly pie, but if the bulk of the dessert is going to be 2 cakes that are made of shoe fly
get
pie
it.
with cream in the middle, that's just way too much
It's a ton.
everything.
I can only imagine how sticky your fingers would be.
Oh.
I mean, for days after eating that, I assume.
It would be it'd be like Clark Griswold after he had the sap on his hands. It's
I assume
Right.
you have to like eat that with like a fork and knife. You can't like hold
Yes.
it like you would a whoopie pie.
It's not even like that.
Yeah.
That point is it even a whoopie? Like a whoopie pie? It's. Oh God!
Yeah, Miriam's whoopie pies are better off eating with a fork and knife if you get them fresh. I usually have to put them in the refrigerator a little bit.
God damn! I miss having you in studio when you would bring us whoopie pies.
Those days will come around again. Don't
They
worry.
will. They will. We're getting closer. We might have some construction work in Studio L, so that's why we're holding off. But hopefully we'll be back at it. All right, let's get to the one of the weekly segments though. The damn sounder plays.
On this
There we go.
day,
Thank you, Ryan. One birthday today on June the 10th. Deanna Perrazzo was born today in
Oh, Deanna.
1994. Former guest. Then we go back to 1983.
with arms wide open.
I thought you were going to go with the what if.
Nah, that was my next one.
1983, Harley Race defeats Ric Flair in St. Louis to win the NWA World Heavyweight title, begin his 7th reign, the first wrestler to ever hold the title for a 7th time, and ending Ric Flair's first. As a result, Race had to vacate the NWA Missouri Heavyweight title, held since May 13th of that year, and the NWA Central States Heavyweight title, held since June the 2nd, ending the 5th and 8th respective reigns with those titles. 1996 Monday Night Wars were in their infantile months at this time, with WWF Monday Night Raw scoring a 2.7 for their show. Taped 2 weeks earlier on May the 27th, the show featured a British Bulldog defeating The Undertaker by countout in the main event. WCW's Nitro live show fell just short with 2.6 rating. Nitro's main event saw WCW World Tag Team Champion Sting and Lex Luger defeating Ric Flair and Arn Anderson by disqualification. This episode of Nitro also featured the WCW debut of Kevin Nash alongside Scott Hall as part of their invasion of WCW. 2002, Steve Austin walked out of Monday Night Raw tapings in Atlanta, did not appear on the show. Without clearing it with anyone in management, he booked a ticket home for himself and his wife, Deborah, and left Atlanta after working the Raw house shows the previous weekend. Originally, Austin was scheduled to face Brock Lesnar on the show. No one in WWE management had communicated with Austin as to what he was going to do on Raw until Jim Ross called him the day before and told him. Austin then chose to walk out and go home, feeling that him losing to Lesnar with no prior buildup between the two did not make sense from a business perspective. WWE later released a statement on Austin leaving, saying, quote, on Monday, June 10th, 2002, Stone Cold Steve Austin failed to appear for the scheduled Raw event in Atlanta, instead choosing to return home to San Antonio without notice and without company approval. The story went on to say they understand that Austin wasn't happy with his character's direction, but what he did was unprofessional. They finished with the line, quote, therefore, Stone Cold Steve Austin is no longer an active member of WWE's talent roster. He would return to the company by the end of the year.
Now, if this had happened, like, while we were doing the podcast, would you be calling him Steve Anderson? Like you CM Punk Phil Brooks every week?
Steve Williams. Yeah, he would definitely be. I would call him Mr. Williams, just so we didn't. I didn't even have to bring Steve into it.
I think he went legal. He legally changed his name to Steve Austin, I thought.
Did he?
I
think he's still Williams.
He was born Steve Anderson. Matt was right.
Really? So where'd Steve Williams come from?
I don't know. Working in a
Yeah,
business full of gimmicks.
Steve Anderson, then
I know
became
you weren't trying
Steven
to question
Williams.
the fact guy.
Yeah, he's Steve Austin now.
Okay, so he changed his name.
Yeah, he's Steve Austin.
At least he didn't change it to just Warrior.
Destrucity.
Destrucity. All right, let's go to 2005. The same weekend, WWE held their ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view in New York City, the first ever hardcore homecoming event put together by former ECW World Champion Shane Douglas and TNA's Jeremy Borash, was held in the former ECW arena in South Philadelphia. Interesting to note, Terry Funk turned down a lucrative offer from WWE to work the One Night Stand pay-per-view instead wanting to wrestle at the hardcore homecoming. And then 2010. TNA president promised a, quote, nice surprise for the upcoming TNA Slammiversary pay-per-view. Surprise turned out to be the debut of Tommy Dreamer, who would only last a year with the company before departing. And then finally, in 2012, TNA Slammiversary 10 took place from College Park Center in Arlington, Texas, in front of 5,500 fans. The tagline for the show was 10 years of total nonstop action wrestling. The show featured 9 matches, was main evented by Bobby Roode, defeating Sting to retain the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Those were events that occurred June the 10th in pro wrestling history. Sidebar, since TNA was in those last two, the last week's, this week's, and I think the next 2 of the Jeff Jarrett My World podcasts have been on the formation of TNA, and they have been fantastic. I'm loving that show.
I has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have on your list on this day the debut of Kevin Nash in WCW?
Yes, that was 96.
I wasn't listening. It's okay.
It's okay. I figure most people don't.
I'm sorry. I was like looking up other stuff for later on tonight, so I kind of let you cook, baby.
I did have it, and I actually had a couple of people tweet at me, making sure that I didn't miss that for the on.
I
This day.
just recently watched that.
Okay.
Pretty nice. It was good. It's still weird hearing Kevin Nash flub up and say that play is an adjective.
Because what was it? This is where the big boys play, huh? Is that was the line?
Yeah, this is where the big boys play, huh? Look at the adjective, play. We don't play. And he just kept rolling like
Look,
Miz.
man.
The Miz is the king of being on the microphone, stumbling over his words, and just not stopping. Just the train stays on the tracks, and we're running through whatever I just stuttered over.
I mean, you got to. I mean, and if you have the ability to do that, like, more power to you, because my brain literally seizes up like an engine with
he's
noise.
done it. He's done it in front of live crowds before. So
Yeah.
before the crowd can even dump on him, he's already like through it.
Yeah, because like, I mean, I love Seth Rollins, but when Rollins screws up, he knows it happened.
God dang it!
Yeah, and he like, and then the crowd eats him alive. So like, it's definitely 2 different schools, right there. But
You said Seth Rollins, and for some reason, I pictured Seth Meyers, like messing up over a monologue. I don't know why, but that entire time you were talking, I'm like, how does he even? Oh, he said Rollins.
He said the other Seth.
Got
That
it.
one. Got
There's
it.
2 Seths, I know.
2 of them. All right, let's we got to them later in the show last week. Let's do the wrestler of the week.
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
Week number 9.
Ooh.
Week number 9, the last single-digit week for this year's nomination. Is there anybody that would like to start us off this week?
You can.
All right. I will start with my number 3. We saw him, if you were one of the only about 400,000 that watched the show live like I did on Friday night, you watched him make his debut in a segment that was confusing on AEW Dynamite, but Andrade showed up in AEW Dynamite. I think there's a lot of potential there, which we will talk about a little bit later tonight. My number 2, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but my number 2 is Matt Cardona showing up at GCW's The Zombie Walk and actually firing his shot at Nick fucking Gage. So RIP Matt Cardona, you made our list, and Godspeed, my friend. And my number 1 new NWA Women's Champion ending Serena Deeb's 222-day reign is Camille. She is my number 1. So Ryan, Tim?
Jim, that is a great list. It's one of the better lists I've ever heard you say.
Kind of makes me sick a little bit in my stomach.
You'll get over it.
But it'll
the number 3, I'll also work top to bottom because that seems to be the thing this week. The number 3 team is the Viking Raiders.
Hinga dinga durnga.
Quite frankly, I was shocked that they won whatever battle royal they were in on Raw. I guess they're going to face AJ and Omos or what? Omos.
Omos.
Stamos.
John Stamos
at Hell in a Cell. Is that where that match is happening?
I guess.
John Stamos.
And his name is John Stamos.
This motherfucker with the sound effects. Every
You
time. Every time. Number 2 is Camille. She won the NWA World Women's Championship over Serena Deeb at When Our Shadows Fall this past Saturday in a pretty good match. Really cool to see her hold some gold. And the number 1, Jim, was your number 2. He should have been your number 1, was Matt Cardona at GCW Zombie Walk. Quite frankly, that earned the pop of the week. It earned the pop of the month. And dare I say, it was one of the loudest pops of the year, having Matt Cardona take off the hood after John Moxleying in the ring with this little shimmy paradigm shift onto Nick Effin Gage, answering Nick Gage's call. They've been back and forth on Twitter for a bit with the Toy Boy and Nick Gage. So interesting to see where that comes from. I thought it was so well executed, and it's a goddamn shame when you have things like Raws and SmackDowns and AEWs that a smaller company like GCW can pull off such a swerve and execute it so well, and we just can't figure out how to get over 500,000 views on AEW or struggle to crack 1 million on Monday Night Raw. Look at what's working on the indies, and maybe you'll get an idea then. I don't fucking know. Matt Cardona.
I will give Cardona credit. His Moxley mannerisms were top notch.
So good. And it was so good. The whole thing, like, everybody was real pissed that it was Zack Ryder, and they should have been. I was so well executed. Thank you, GCW.
Yeah, we'll talk about, like, let's get the rest of, because I've seen people comparing Cardona in GCW to Cornette in ECW, and I think it's a pretty decent comparison. He's a guy who just gets like insta heat.
You mean Lawler?
Lawler in ECW.
Lawler, sorry.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it is. Yeah, it's great.
I
It's
think
so good.
It's fucking great.
Right, like it's their promotion, and this outsider comes in that doesn't really belong there. And so well executed. Absolutely love it.
Who wants to go next?
I didn't get to say. You just chose me, Jim. You decide. You're the host. Come on.
Why don't you pick then, Ryan?
How about Matt goes next?
There you go, Matt. You can go.
Jeez, guy weans himself off of candy cigarettes and he turns into an asshole.
We gotta
again.
have a little more patience with Ryan this week.
He's upset.
All right, I will
I
also
don't do
go
roundups anymore.
top to bottom or bottom to top, however we're going to say it. In third place, I also had Andrade for the debut. Anxious to talk about that later and the rumors that we heard about the contract. Number 2, I had as Matt Cardona as well. Thought that was a huge pop. Ryan's absolutely right. Probably one of the bigger pops that we've seen. At like the equivalent of Jericho's theme being the most over theme in history. Cardona's pop the most.
Fucking, you don't got to do that.
And number 1, Triple H coming out, Wells Fargo Center, Game 1, ringing the bell with Joel the Process Embiid. The highlight of the game for me, since the Sixers lost, so I will take the high I felt when I saw him ringing the bell with the sledgehammer and act like the game beyond that never happened.
Didn't happen. They won game 1. They lost game 2. The series is even.
Other way around, but yes.
The game beyond. When is game 3?
Tomorrow.
Awesome. Matt, would you like to pick someone to go next?
Mark, what did it remind you of?
That reminds me of what was that wrestling match?
Tim,
with
what
two
was your
cages?
wrestler of the week?
It was the Game Beyond. What was that called? It was
What
the
was
match Beyond.
Oh, man, what was
The
it?
match beyond.
That
Oh
was,
no, Jim
Blood
has
and
a sound.
guts.
Jim has a sound for that. We can't call it what it normally is called.
Wasn't
You got to
Guts
say it
and blood.
backwards.
War Zone. I think
That
Matt
was a-
called
that
it
was a
earlier,
game.
War
Well, I think
Zone.
you're close. You might be able to figure it out.
Was it a game?
I was actually playing WWF Warzone earlier. That's why I said
nice.
I'm so sorry
Oh,
to
it
hear
was,
that.
I think it was War Games. That's what it was. War Games.
That's the one.
War games! War games! War games! War games!
Ooh.
How
DJ.
somebody
Darn.
in AEW hasn't said Wardlow like that? I'm not sure how that never happened.
I'm actually shocked that hasn't happened now that you say that. Ryan.
Wardlow.
EJ firing shots in the comments with the Go Hawks. Man, that's unfortunate. That's
Well, I mean, he got embarrassed round 1. He has to pick someone to bandwagon for, I guess.
oh, that's true. That's true. Damn. All right, Tim, I think you're safe to go now.
I am. So I'm also going to go bottom to top, as is the way. Number 3, Andrade El Idolo making his debut in AEW. Probably the second biggest waves made in North American wrestling this week. Number 2, Matt Cardona. While I couldn't give a shit about GCW and whatever GCW does, Matt Cardona showing up and getting after Nick Gage is pretty dang sweet. And number 1, I just want to have a talk with you people.
Oh, here we go. Right on the goddamn soapbox.
Come on.
So there's wrestling outside of North America.
Correct. Some indies are outdoors.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
And see, there's a promotion called New Japan Pro Wrestling.
What the hell is even that?
It's where some of your favorite wrestlers in the entire world have come from, Jim.
I love that Jim sound effects it and giggles himself.
You know,
might be a little drunk.
The AJ Styles guy, he's from there. The Good Brothers, they from there.
Are we talking about TNA?
No, we're talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Ring of Honor?
No, we're talking about New Japan.
Yeah, you're making words up.
I didn't see AJ Styles go from TNA to WWE. He stopped in New Japan first and became who he was, and then he came over here because AJ Styles doing 450s and backwards flips and shit ain't getting the job done. He had to go to Japan, learn a goddamn hold, come back, and then he was making $1 million working for Inoki. However,
I know he was in the Christian Wrestling Federation. I don't.
Yeah, he was. New Japan crowned a new IWGP World Champion in Shingo Takagi, beating
No idea who that is.
beating
Jim,
Kazuchika
you like-
Okada.
Jim, you like Takakis, right? Is that that's taquitos?
No, it's Bukaki.
Oh
No.
Yeah, that's what y'all get for not picking appropriately. And y'all want to pick Matt Cardona number 1. Y'all want to pick Camille number 1. Triple H didn't even do anything wrestling related this week, and he's number 1. The Sixers,
Ryan picked The Rock
Sixers
2
lost.
weeks ago.
I know, and I would have given him shit then, but I was feeling nice. Now I'm not feeling nice.
Thank you.
Shingo Takagi, your IWGP World Champion, defeating the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada to become the new champion.
No, Jim, it's the guy that has those spicy chips in the purple bag.
Those are Takis. Stop.
Ryan, didn't you get the Ringo Tataki at the Dragonfly Buffet last week?
Wow.
Y'all are horrible. Woo! Wrestling. It's more than just the WWE.
You know I don't.
Hey,
do
Big
spice.
Jim.
That was too
Big
spicy.
Jim, how did it feel to not have a WWE guy on your list?
I feel dirty. Not only did I not have a WWE guy, I had the woo 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 guy.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the biggest moment of the weekend.
I know.
Except for
I
the guy who wins a world title.
No, don't buy it. Camille won a world title. Just because it's a ladies' world title, it means less.
It's the NWA women's title.
Women's-
Very
That's
prestigious.
got the
Women's
word
world
world
okay,
on it.
sure.
It's got world on it.
Yes, it does. Yep, you're right.
So it's a world championship.
Who is name any other NWA women's world champion since before Thunder Rosa? I'm not counting anybody in the NWA power level.
Sienna.
Who?
Allison Kay.
But you know that because she beat Thunder
said it,
Rosa.
Ryan.
Thunder Rosa.
Dang it.
Wasn't Fabulous Moolah was at one point.
Yeah, but
Boom, roasted.
But she won it because she had it because there were no other women. Before Stephanie McMahon involved women's wrestling.
Why do you think Alundra Blaze won the WWE?
Miss Madness.
Was Rockin' Robin in there?
No, I'm not going to say what I was going to
She's
say.
the-
Shingo Takagi, IWGP
Shingo
World
Takagi.
Heavyweight Champion.
Tim, you got it. You got a fan. You got a guy backing you up. Mike's backing you up. in the
Somebody's
comments.
got some damn sense. EJ's got my back too.
Yeah, well, he's cheering for the Hawks, so
No, he's
count?
look, Trae Young is great. I'm sorry, what is it? Hey, do you have a point guard that actually plays point guard?
Yes.
Who?
Shake Milton.
I'd rather take Trae Young over Shake.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Trae Young got completely shut down by my point guard, so.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So
I have
Tim,
no idea what that means.
I didn't look them up, but Jazz and Amber Gallows too.
Can't forget Jazz.
the Bullet Babe.
Yes.
All
And
right.
Santana Garrett. Pretty much the whole Women of Wrestling crowd that did that show on True TV.
All right.
Barbie Hayden. Tiffany
You're-
Rocks. They're all
it's
coming
de-
to me now.
It's definitely clear.
Casey Carlisle. Mischief.
Boy.
They're flooding in real quick.
Yeah, they are.
It's amazing. It's almost as if like a list of people is flooding into your brain somehow right now. Intern Mark, we didn't get yours, right?
No, I got mine. I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way up. Number 3, I have Mischief. Number 2, I have Casey Carlisle. And number 3, I have Sherry Martell.
She only gets 1 point then.
Tim's gonna reach through if he could reach through the screen and punch Mark in the face.
Tim,
I
I'm sorry
swear
asked
he
that,
would
man.
do it on a weekly basis during
Mark's
this.
picks are on
Tim.
Mark's picks are on the screen.
When do
Whatever
our picks
he
lock
says.
in?
When you send them to me.
He locks him in. All right, here's the real picks. I'm sorry if I upset you, Tim.
You
I
did
still
not
love
upset me. We're okay.
you. We're good. See, we're friends, everybody.
Yeah,
Calm
we're
down.
great. Because I know
We're
those
all
were
good
fake.
here.
I know those were fake picks.
So I'm going to start at the bottom, and now we're here. So I guess yeah. Number 3, I have. I think he's going to do great on commentary for AEW. I have Andrade. That's my number 3. And number 2, I have Camille. She joins a long list of NWA women's champions. Like some fabulous
Women's world champions.
Women's
God
world
bless
champions.
it. Figure it out.
I want to
Mischief
say
has some
she
great
used to
matches.
date Braun Strowman too.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
She did.
Camille.
Oh, look at her.
I'll be darned.
She's the real winner this week.
She got those hands.
Her current boyfriend's still employed with the wrestling company.
Oh, how
Who is she with now?
Latimer.
Apparently, Braun trimmed his beard today. that
Thomas
was big
Latimer.
to somebody on Twitter.
He wrestles in the NWA.
Ah, okay.
Latimer.
It's a pretty popular promotion.
There's wrestling outside of Japan, Tim.
Tim's nothing but a wrestling snob, it sounds like.
Don't you put me in the same effing breath as that joke. I'm sorry.
Tim is upset.
I'm sorry. I outgrew all my Punisher belt buckles in middle school.
Look, we can't be flinging insults around like this.
I can do whatever I want, Mr. Tan Lines. That guy can. Not you, the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Not you.
See, I haven't spent much time outdoors yet.
Yeah, let's.
Poor Ryan.
Go ahead, Mark.
Tim's
All right, and number 1, this one I never thought I'd have him on my top 3 like everybody else. Matt Cardona, he took the wrestling world by storm. He flew over. He took the red eye out of the New Japan show and came over to the Game Changer Wrestling to show up at Nick Gage's house. He blew up the internet. I was just as shocked as you were. And but I thought, man, the whole internet was a buzz over him. I had to go with Matt Cardona. After he had that great match, he opened in a dark match for New Japan this weekend. It wasn't on the pay-per-view.
Just feels dirty. Tim, where does that? Everybody gave theirs, but yes. Tim,
Mark,
where
how did you not put the Sea Stars on your list?
Yeah, I know, right?
You not feel guilty about that?
I've heard they blocked you on Twitter.
Mark,
because you didn't put them on the list.
I will give you the opportunity right now if you would like to change your vote and you want to put the Sea Stars on the list. You can literally blow up your list right now and redo it and put the C stars on if you wish.
I made a big mistake.
It's okay. So what's
Big mistake.
I will address the point. I will fix the points however they need to be fixed. If you want to put the C stars on,
quit trying to get Matt Cardona out of the #1 spot. That motherfucker deserved it. And you're a Japanese guy that nobody's heard of except you and the two people in the comments.
Look,
nobody knows. I'll keep talking, Tim.
Okay, that's
Jim
fine.
will start making sound effects.
Mark, what?
Here's the thing.
Yeah, you know what?
Even if he pulls Matt Cardona out of the #1 spot, Matt Cardona is still #1. He's one for the week.
What do you think, Mark?
What's your
I'm
vote?
gonna pump Andrade right out of #3.
I'm sorry. We must be having Zoom problems.
I was just gonna say I was looking at Ashley Vox's Twitter and she said was listening to 3 Count Thursday, and now I know what betrayal feels like because at 3 Count Intern left me off of his wrestler.
Mark.
Mark, I'm sorry. Sorry to pour sea salt in the wounds.
Sea salt right in the old wounds.
So here's what I want everybody to do. I want everybody that's listening to go to their Twitter whenever you're listening to this and go to at 3 Count Intern and just tweet him a GIF of a dolphin or a dolphin emoji just to remind him of this day. If this is in the future, if you're listening to this, if it's that dude that's catching up and
Zach,
you're listening,
our friend Zach, who's somewhere in 2017 right now.
Is he not given up yet?
He hasn't.
He's still going
right through.
The other day he tweeted at us that he was on like the Battleground review show from like 2017 or so. I was like, God bless, man, keep going.
We didn't even listen to that show back.
I
want that
remember
guy to tweet
being
him
on
at
that
3
episode.
Count Intern. At 3 Count Intern.
Tweet at me.
Just a dolphin something.
Okay.
Tim, where does that leave us overall for the week?
I'm going to get #3, Sea Stars.
Okay.
Oh, there it
I made
is.
a whale of a mistake there. A whale of a mistake.
Whale
Tim.
mistake. Yep. To address Charlie really quick, Miko Satomura could not be unless you're counting today.
Can't do it.
Our week is Thursday to Wednesday.
Right. Mark even had asked for clarification.
Right.
on
So
I did.
earlier
Miko,
today, so he would be next week.
Miko's NXT UK fake women's title win because NXT UK
Unbelievable.
doesn't exist.
Unbelievable.
That win would count towards next week's standings.
There is wrestling outside the U.S. that's outside of Japan.
No, there isn't.
God damn it.
No.
The UK, baby.
Yeah, whatever. Chanting wrestling. It's great. All right, the picks for
Fish
the
and
week.
chips, vinegar, all of it.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
Tomato chips. Next up
Pretty vicious.
for week 9, our top 4 point getters. Matt Cardona in first place with a 19-point week.
Love it.
Next up, Camille with 11 points.
World champion.
In third place is a tie with 2 first place votes, Shingo Takagi and Triple H. And even though the graphic says 4, Andrade now has 3 points, but is still in 4th place. Which brings us to the Wrestler of the Year standings after 9 weeks. And it's still the big dog. The head of the table, Mr. Uaa. He is still in first place with 27 points. Kenny Omega in second with 17. And the tie for third is ridiculous as Matt Cardona joins Britt Baker DMD, Karrion Kross, Miro, Bianca Belair, and Cool Cow.
Wait, wrong O'Reilly. Wrong. Oh, now I fucked everything up.
Oh, that was the Bill O'Reilly.
That was the wrong. Wait, where's the fucking? There it is.
Auto Parts.
Can you hit the Bill O'Reilly one again now?
Yes.
Do it live.
Yes.
Thing sucks.
I have a different monitor for the soundboard this week. I had to adjust things, so
You're
I'm
doing real good, Jim. Real good. Nobody
learning
noticed.
on the fly.
Perfect.
All right. So that does it for the wrestler of the week, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
The 3 count question of the week.
So we might as well go right into this one before we get to our break. And I think this one was a WWE on Fox topic I saw a couple weeks ago, but I thought this is a really good one. And it is, what is your earliest WWF/WWE, depending when you started watching, your earliest WWF memory? Is there anybody that wants to kick us off? Actually, you know what? You want me to pick? Mark, why don't you go ahead?
Oh, shoot. Okay. I got this. I was watching the NWA Women's Championship match from back in 85. Oh, you said WWE.
Yeah, WWE, WWF, or WWE.
Okay, I know, because it'd be WWF.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in the barber chair at Pat Dance's barber shop on just down from East Marshall Street in Lancaster, and he had his little television there, and it was Saturday morning, and there was Andre the Giant, the unbelievable Giant, the eighth wonder of the world. He was being double and triple teamed by Bobby the Weasel Heenan and Ken Patera and that big old John Studd, and they cut Andre the Giant's hair right there in the middle of the ring. And I said, what? How ironic that Andre was getting a haircut as I was.
What?
But that's a true story. I remember watching Andre the Giant get his haircut in the ring. And that was pretty
Wow,
exciting.
you
That
were
was
getting a
probably-
haircut.
Well, I was getting a haircut. Isn't that weird? The irony.
TV in your barber shop back then?
Back then, Pat Dance had a TV downstairs in his barber shop. And yeah, he had wrestling on. There was some other guy there watching it too when he was waiting to get his haircut next.
Is this the independent wrestler Tim Donst? Is that who you said it was?
It was Tim Dance. He aged well. He used to cut hair before he became an active wrestler. He got really angry when he saw what Studd and Patera did to Andre. That's when he started training to be a wrestler.
That makes sense.
Now, Mark,
This
is it safe to assume that this man is no longer cutting hair?
He's wrestling, Jim.
He's wrestling.
Christ.
Last I heard, he moved out off Columbia Avenue, was still cutting hair in his basement. On the side, but I haven't seen him in probably 30 years, maybe.
Very good.
Would you still get your hair cut from him?
Well, as long as he could see, I probably would. At this point, I'm not sure. He wasn't much for conversation at the time, so I imagine that's gotten worse. I started going to Peter Cocaro on Manor Street in Lancaster. Peter's still cutting hair. He's pushing 80.
Damn.
Good old Peter. Peter Cocara's hair cutter.
Retire, man. Just
You need
retire.
to reach out to him and get him to sponsor the show.
I literally couldn't retire. I don't
He's
understand.
certainly not going to after Jim just told him to retire.
Retire, man. I
You
don't
want
get people that
Pat
don't
Dunst to
retire.
retire. Beat it, old man.
Seriously. People that just work past, like, get a hobby. Retire. You've worked enough. I
worked
can't
with a guy,
retire soon enough. And these people are
worked with a-
working until they're 80. Come on. Give me a break.
Yeah. One of my coworkers that works almost 40 hours a week is 82.
Jesus. There's no fucking way. I'm
I don't get
retiring. Charlie, all right. Can I address Charlie in the comments? Because I feel like so Charlie, when we set our week for Wrestler of the Week, it has always been Thursday through Wednesday. So the NXT UK women's title victory was not part of the rankings that we just talked about. That title change will be on next week's ranking. We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't overlook the title change, but today's the start of the new week because we
It's
I
kind
thought
of
this
like
was already addressed.
I will absolutely overlook it because just like New Japan, it's a product I don't often consume and could care less.
You think
You'll
I
forget by
consume
next week.
ECW and Matt Cardona?
The internet was a buzz.
I'm just saying. So Charlie, that's why we didn't.
he's cranky.
We're not.
Who, Jim or Charlie?
Everybody's cranky
Everybody's
today.
cranky.
And
Everybody
Everybody's
should just
coming down off of the candy cigarette.
everyone should just calm down and have a nice, refreshing lemon lime Zoa energy.
I mean,
Dude, we all heard you. You said it tastes like shit. You're only doing it so The Rock retweets you.
It tastes delicious.
I mean,
it doesn't.
I'm more
It does.
drunk than I am cranky.
It's
So
actually
maybe I
pretty-
get cranky when I drink. I don't know.
It was upset.
Yes.
Remember that time?
Do you think,
Never mind.
You think Miriam
Nice
Spies
sideburns.
would retweet us?
Matt, what's your earliest memory?
So is this? I didn't really like know what we were going with the question. Is this like my first memory of watching it? Because I have no clue. But like the first time I was introduced to wrestling, I remember I found a Hulk Hogan action figure on the school bus and took it home with me because finders keepers, dickheads. And
Sucker.
when I had no clue who it was, and my dad explained to me who it was, and then he started like getting the figures for me, and then that's when I got interested and started watching it on TV.
Was it the LJN one or was it the Hasbro? Which one was it?
It's the Hasbro one.
Nice.
Okay.
Good
With
one.
the hands where the hands are
Right.
like this.
Yep, the hands are up, and you can.
I mean, it was just kind of whatever you remember as one of like your earliest when you can remember watching or. being
Okay.
wrestling.
I mean that at least started when I paid attention then to wrestling as a kid, was just because I had the action figures. So then I started caring more
Boy.
about the product.
Nice.
Do you think that kid that lost it's listening to the podcast?
I hope he is. I still have that figure and it's not going anywhere.
Hey, sucker!
don't.
It's still mine. If you come and get it, you can have it.
Actually, if that person is listening, I probably got rid of it years ago. So
Yeah, I sold it. Sorry, sucker.
Yeah, but you better come fist fight him for it.
You can find
Tim-
that figure at Mother Truckers.
We're just trying to keep the peace here, Ryan, please.
we've now mentioned two of Tim's favorite people on one podcast.
Yep.
Can we figure out a
Yes, we're-
third one and complete the
we're
trifecta by
certainly,
the end of the
Somebody already said Shane McMahon, so I don't know who else is left.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Tim or Ryan, you want to go next?
It certainly is a winning podcast tonight.
Yeah, I'll go. I guess it's at least there was a buffer between Mark's story of getting his hair cut magically at the same time as Andre, which is a total bullshit. Nobody believes that.
No, it's not. You take that back, Ryan.
I will not. I will.
I'll get Big Brother John up here. He's the one. He was there with me. John. Smith is disparaging Andre the Giant's good name. John.
Tim, go ahead.
I know, man. This is all you started this fight. You got to finish it.
All right.
Fight through him.
So I will. I will just fight through. I thought that was Mark actually.
John. John, remember when Andre the Giant got his hair cut? We were at the barber. Yeah, I do. That's John's place, right? It was. We were getting our hair cut. That was back in '84, I think. '84. Yeah. Was it Ken Patera had blonde hair then? Yes, he sure did. That's before he went to the big house.
John sounds like a real shitty Macho Man impression.
I was gonna say, for having such a full beard, Mark, you think your ventriloquy would be a little better than this.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
was
yes, I
before.
do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we were getting our hair cut back then, Mark. Yeah, you're right, John. We were. Oh yeah, we got it cut real short. I didn't like going to school Monday looking like that. Well, I know, but you know, you went and everything was okay, John. I'm very proud of you.
Who the
I don't deal well
John,
with
like little
change.
Jimmy?
To be honest, Mark's Macho Man is pretty on par with some of Tim's impressions. I'm kind of
solid
impressed
one, yeah.
here.
I can't wait till we get back in studio and we pull out the wheel of impressions again.
Oh man, I love the
I
wheel
got
of
to
impressions.
miss the wheel of impressions.
Yeah, we sure do, yeah. Don't we miss it all?
We're
That's
gonna
right.
dueling Macho Man.
You
Oh,
better
man.
pay me for that Slim Jim cut there, Mr. Big Jim. Yeah.
Who was even giving them? Ryan was
It
you?
was
I think
Ryan.
It was.
And Brian Miller, aka Smokey, is up next. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It
It is his turn, yeah.
I hate all.
No,
of
Ryan, I'm with
this.
you. I hate this podcast.
I do. I do.
I mean, Ryan brought this on himself.
I didn't mean to. I just nobody believes the story, and I believe it now. I'm so sorry.
Why would you not believe it?
You've known
How
Mark
could you?
longer than any of us. You know that you're.
That's why I don't believe it.
Right, but you
Come
know
on.
you're going to get him off on a tangent when you say shit like that.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I don't know if she's working again, but I saw Helen was
No.
back at the diner.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Man, I got all excited. I thought you were talking about BBJ.
I know what you were thinking.
Well, it's good to know
Helen
I'm-
checked in at the diner yesterday for the
I'm
first
still
time
not-
in a while. So
I'm still not going to restaurants, so Dennis remains safe for now.
Dennis is safe.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Hey,
of
if you
Karen.
see-
Who the
if
hell were you
see
talking about?
BBJ,
Helen.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, the angry one.
The
She's
angry
a horrible
one.
waitress, by the way. She is terrible. If she listens to the podcast,
She would
Helen,
order.
you are the best.
And then like just sit down and talk to us, and we're like, "Are you gonna put the food in?"
Right, like we want
Then she
food.
can sit down and
bitch.
talk.
Right, you can come back and sit.
Right.
And then
The
I'd be
food
like,
be-
Jim would be choking, slurping his thing, and she just wouldn't catch the clue. All right, so my favorite earliest WWE moment, I remember very specifically going to like a yard sale as a wee little Ryan and buying the VHS copy of WrestleMania 3 and SummerSlam 1990, which took place in the Philadelphia area. I had a little toothbrush thing.
I
Now
was
the
gonna ask,
toothbrush
did it
was
have-
not there.
No, but
the
it
container
was always
had
gone.
it.
Right.
Correct.
Box-
Always gone. They were like 50 cents a piece, and I played the shit out of those tapes.
with the toothbrush.
Not the toothbrush. That was like my first WWE, WWF moment. I remember very vaguely watching wrestling and like boxing and fighting with my grandfather. But I couldn't tell you if that was like the WWE, if that was, I don't know. He remarried, lady from the South, lived with their grandkid. He watched wrestling, and I feel like that would have been like Southerny wrestling, not the WWE. So I don't know. Tim, what was that Southerny wrestling stuff?
WCW
When did that happen?
wrestling. Oh, that was happening around the same time. Like
Was it?
Yeah, Jim
Okay.
Crockett
Early
Promotions.
90s?
The first Starrcade was 1983. If that gives you any sort of idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
this
it
would have been like
WCW.
87. I would have been like 4 or 5, starting to
You were
like
just,
hang out and remember
Well,
things.
you were just a little cub back then, is that right?
And, I was. Why?
A little
I'm not
cub.
I quit smoking years ago. The
No,
smoking
last
thing, it
week
just
you were
won't stop.
Little smoky cub.
Little Smoky.
They're little sausages. Hey, Ryan, eat sausage. This is funny. Tim,
No, I didn't even put two and two together. You
didn't
literally
either.
just
you
did
said
that.
little
So perfect.
smokies.
Because I thought because he was talking about
Those
you were a
things
little
are
cub.
goddamn delicious, by the way.
He was saying you were a little cub. Your
Little
nickname is
Smokies
Smokey.
were little
If you were a little
Brian
baby,
Miller.
you'd have been a little Smokey. And then I was saying that because of Smokey the Bear and you being little. And then you made the sausage thing, like
The
always.
first time Ryan Miller's been called Little Smoky, I'll tell you what.
That's not wrong. I'm a sausage guy.
Tim, do you want to give yours? Do you want me to give mine?
You can give yours.
All right. I think 4 or 5. It was around I was 4 or 5. There was a show at Hershey, and Ryan and Matt, these names might mean something to you. Woody Campbell, Tom Campbell, friends of mine. My dad was friends with their dad, and we got front row seats right at the aisle at the old Hershey Park Arena. And we would rotate because we were right on the corner, and we would rotate who got the seat at the entranceway. So there was a match between the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase and El Matador Tito Santana.
Arriba.
And that's the one. And there was there was a moment they were fighting on the outside. DiBiase's choking El Matador on the barricade, like literally right in front of me. 4 or 5 years old. I just start slapping Tito on the arm, telling him to like get up because I'm like, he's the good guy. He should be beating up the bad guy. So here I am, some jackass little kid, just slapping the hell out of Tito, telling him to get up and fight the $1 Million Man. I also feel like that was a night where Hogan and Flair wrestled or something for the title, but I vividly remember being in the front row and slapping Tito Santana on the arm, telling him to get the hell up and beat up the $1 Million Man.
That was a house show, wasn't it? That wasn't a TV taping.
Yeah, no, it wasn't TV. That was strictly a house show.
Yeah, I think I was there too, but I didn't have front row tickets because we were poor.
Yeah, that was that. I think that was the only time I had front row. I had gotten front row the first show at the Giant Center as well. My cousin and I had gotten front row for that one. So those are the only 2 times I've ever been front row for a WWE show. But Tim, go ahead.
So can I be difficult and not do WWF because my first wrestling memory is not WWF?
That's not what the question was.
That wasn't the question of the week. I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's why. I don't
Strike
really
one.
remember what my first WWF one was, but my first WCW one is
2.
hilarious.
All right. Yeah, I mean you were born in WCW country,
Thank
so
you.
I'll give it to you.
Where
Thank
were you born?
In Portsmouth, Virginia.
Oh, the fake South.
God, beautiful this time. of
No,
year.
it's still south.
Fake South?
I get it's below the Mason-Dixon line, but it ain't like it's that south. Get the hell over yourself.
Still south. Look, I can't help. I was in Flair country.
All right, go ahead, Dixie.
All right, so the year is 1991. It is Halloween Havoc 1991. That is Halloween Havoc with the Chamber of Horrors match, where Abdullah the Butcher infamously gets put in the electric chair. It is my very first pay-per-view ever. I was introduced from wrestling through a family friend. This is my first one I remember. And got it for my birthday. Everything was great. And I was so excited to get my first wrestling pay-per-view that literally 15 minutes before the pay-per-view started, I throw up projectile vomit on my mom. Like, literally, she wore the nightgown. It was all the way down. Okay, you piece of shit.
Now keep going, Dixie.
Tim, did you throw up all that possum pie you just ate?
I was waiting how long you were gonna let that disrespect go, Jim.
I mean, I was getting lost in the song.
You were getting lost in the song.
Tim, did those grits things come out of your mom's night?
I don't like grits.
Ooh, I like grits.
Oh,
I hate grits.
okay. So Tim really is fake South.
No,
I was right.
Just because you're from the South
We
doesn't mean
trapped
you
him.
like grits.
We got him, boys.
I think I've watched my cousin Vinny enough times to know that you need to like grits
No.
if you're from the South.
Come
I think-
on. Let's get back on track, Dale Earnhardt.
Okay, thank you. Where's the wall? I think that's my
Oh.
exit.
Whoa! Jeez.
Could there be anything faker South than that comment right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim's not Southern at
No,
all.
I am Southern born, but I'm a city boy. I not so much farm life.
You're a
ain't for me.
Yankee.
Yeah, I'm a city boy at heart. But threw up, projectile vomited all over my mom. So my mom is cleaning up while I'm sitting there with a snack watching Abdullah the Butcher get electrocuted. It was great.
That is
I mean, what are you
great.
gonna do? You're a kid.
Yeah.
Clean up vomit.
What am I
as a
supposed to
child?
do? Look,
I barely clean up vomit as an adult.
if anything, I'm the hero here because I made sure it all landed on my mom. There wasn't a drop on anything else. It was
Your mom
literally.
she called it in her nightgown.
Yeah, she
Save
caught
the
it all in
carpet.
her nightgown. It was great.
Save the carpet.
Oh,
I learned at college, if you need to throw up in the shower. While you're drunk, it washes right off.
and works out
Also,
well.
here's another if you're sick trick. If you think you're going to throw up, eat peanut butter before. Because peanut butter tastes the same going up and coming down. It all tastes like peanut butter, baby.
So does red wine.
Oh, really?
That shit comes up a red wine.
I learned in college that Oreo vomit is black.
Yes.
And 2, if you vomit a trail from your bedroom to the toilet, that you have to clean up that trail of vomit.
But you can always find your way back to the bedroom.
You can. You absolutely can.
It's like Reese's Pieces. Just
But I also found out, and sometimes Ryan, our friend Frank, will check in on the video. I don't know if he did this week. But I also found out if you vomit in your friend's car, they will almost punch you in the face, but then they'll drive to the car wash and just hose it out themselves. I found that out in college.
Yeah, the inside of your car. Yes.
What the hell does this mean? Can we have this Jim every week for 3 Count Thursday? Charlie
He's
says-
obviously watching the wrong show. He said 3 Count Thursday spelled out. What show is he watching?
I don't know. We are
Does
always
does he get 3 Count Thursday on a super box? Are we getting bootlegged over here?
And Charlie says, "Where's this Jim been all these? What? I'm very confused. Is it because I'm more drunk than
I
normal?
think it's because you acknowledge GCW.
Maybe that might be it. But Tim, like, if you had to pick around your first WWE, WWF memory, at least what was that? I appreciate the vomits.
WrestleMania 8 or WrestleMania 9. Yeah, WrestleMania
You're still
9.
here. That's amazing.
Yeah, so 1993.
And that also made you vomit?
No, so here's what really made me. I was pissed off about WrestleMania 9.
Everybody
So my mom ordered me WrestleMania 9. It was a big deal. However,
what state were you in then?
I was still in Virginia.
Oh, let me get my music.
Without the banjo.
Tim, go. I got you.
Oh, keep going.
I
You go. I'm not
appreciate
gonna
it.
fucking play anything.
But my mom wouldn't let me watch it until I went upstairs to take a shower. And I was so mad because she told me this 5 minutes before the show started.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And I missed Tito Santana versus Shawn Michaels. I think that was the opener.
Tatanka versus Shawn
Tatanka
Michaels.
versus Shawn Michaels. I missed the best match on the entire card.
You certainly did.
No, best match on that card was Steiners and Head Shrinkers for sure. But
I would say the best match on that card was Lex Luger's Pyro versus The Wind.
that was so good. That was really good.
That's just me. God, man, that is just an all. So what's everybody's first WrestleMania that they watched? Is it Tim? You were 9.
9. Yeah.
I was 7. We went to a friend of my that my dad worked with, the Gerfin's house.
Bless you.
There. Thank you. We went to their house. WrestleMania 7. Matt, what was your first WrestleMania? Do you remember watching?
Shoot. And the one that sticks out is 15, but I know I watched them before that too. It's just, it might have just been one at like a family friends because my parents didn't order them for me until I got to like high school and could pay them money.
Mark, I assume yours was 1.
No, actually, it was 3. Was the one I watched live. Hogan and Andre.
Nice. Ryan.
I don't remember the live. It would be it would be that tape that I bought at that yard sale. Like absolutely. So WrestleMania 3 by like replay.
That's a good one, man.
Devin says Wrestle 22 was his first. Now, when we're talking about tapes and yard sales,
Is that the one where they went big time?
22 was
21 was Hollywood, right? Was 22 big time?
Big time.
Yes.
22, I wasn't. I know
20
I wasn't watching
so
at 22.
22 was big time. 23 was all grown up.
Okay.
And 24.
And then 24 was
It was the one in the Orange Bowl.
with the boxing guy, right?
Yeah, Rock'em
Logan
Sock'em.
Paul.
Rock'em Sock'em Mayweather.
But my mom had bought me what she thought was all of WrestleMania 4 on VHS at a yard sale.
Oh no.
She bought me tape 1.
Yikes.
Of WrestleMania. So it wasn't until years later that I found out that there was more of that pay-per-view. Because I always only had part 1 of WrestleMania 4.
Man, you hate to see it.
Because it was on, VHS tape and it was a double tape. Almost as long as the 10 Commandments. All right. Let's pause here though. And let's go to break. On the other side, we're going to obviously predict NXT TakeOver. We'll talk about Andrade. If we have time, we'll get to some other stuff. But stick with us. 3 Count Thursday live.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop. Recount Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
Are you looking for a place to listen to your favorite music and sports? Look no further. WLSN, the Lieb Sports and Music Network, is a web-based music and sports network. Our network was created to provide authentic, high-energy entertainment through live streaming to a national audience. We play popular music while hosting podcasts from all over the world. Curious? Check us out on the web at liebsports.com. That's LEEIB sports.com. Or find us on the TuneIn Radio app. Got Alexa? Just say, Alexa, play WLSN on TuneIn. WLSN is America's #1 blog-themed sports and music network.
Welcome back. 3 Count Thursday live. June the 10th, 2021. If you're following along with us in the live video, give us a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. Facebook.com/3 Count Thursday. Follow us on our social media pages. Go to 3countthursday.com. And like I said, like and share. We are going to talk about NXT TakeOver in your house coming up this weekend, of course, on the WWE Network, everywhere else outside the U.S., and then in the U.S.
Right on the cock.
Of course, on Peacock. 5 matches. And we'll start here from the bottom, as pulled from Wikipedia. Bronson Reed and MSK taking on Legado del Fantasma. The winner-take-all 6-man tag team match for the NXT North American Championship and NXT Tag Team titles. Bronson Reed, your North American champion. MSK are your tag team champions. And I feel like this, I feel like it is too soon almost to change the titles, but I want Legado del Fantasma to take all the gold. So that I'm picking with my heart, not with my mind on this one. Legado del Fantasma. Ryan.
I have MSK and Brodus Clay retaining.
All right. Jesus. Mark.
Funkasaurus is back. Or is it Brodus Clay? I'll go with. I'd like to see El Fantasma Del Rio, but I'm going to go with PG-13 keeping the titles.
Matt.
Mark, did you not hear that?
What was it?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, boys.
Jesus.
I am
What's
going to
going
go
on?
with Legado del Fantasma as well, just because I want them to win, and I'm not really sold on Bronson as much as I do like MSK.
Yeah, I just I still don't know if I'm feeling Bronson. Big man, tiny boots. Tim.
I'm rooting for the big chunky boy and his two thin, skinny flip friends, Bronson Reed and MSK. Meat swinging kids. Heck yeah.
Walter's in this match?
No, Baby Huey not in this match. He's probably over in that fake UK country helping Kylie Ray. Or is it Kylie Ray?
Sure.
Kaylee Ray.
Kaylee
Kaylee Ray.
Ray.
Because they're all the same. Kaylee Ray. Cool K! Cool K with her consoling her on being a UK person who held the title for so long because their entire country was shut down and nobody was wrestling. So half of your long reign doesn't even count.
That's not true.
It does count. That's so true.
I mean, it is kind of true.
Yeah.
My wife loves Baby Huey, by the way, as Tim calls him.
Yeah, that's really really not good, Jim.
I don't get it.
She
but you know
likes
what?
the pile of human clay known as Walter.
Look,
I'm shapes.
Unbelievable.
I get that. I also don't walk around in black BVDs claiming to be a wrestler. No.
Can you do that for the only Mark Spade?
Wait.
Sure, I'd love to. I would love to
Tim, would
put
you
my
put on
feet
a-
in a singlet and just
Would,
and dip it
would you
in
put on a
whipped
bib?
cream. I'd do anything
You put on a bib to be a Baby Huey.
more than anything in the world, Ron.
Oh my dear God.
We gotta make a calendar one of these years.
We
It has
need
happen.
to.
Oh,
I think we do.
Do we have a
don't know how bad.
photographer? Do we have a
I have to
photographer?
know a photographer.
Carly takes pictures.
He does. There you go, Charlie.
Yes.
there, Charlie.
Charlie better bring the baby oil. You
used to
better
take
bring a
pictures
lot of baby oil.
I'd
Used to-
love to be
used to do
Mr.
what?
October.
You used to take pictures of pretty girls, I think, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
well, get ready for
Business
this.
got bad.
Yeah, your life just
Hey,
got a lot worse.
Charlie, asking for a friend. Do you have a wide angle lens?
real wide.
Wide.
Not
Double
long.
wide. Double deep
Oh yeah.
lenses.
Somebody
all
call
right.
his mama.
Can I call dibs on Mr. October? Or does somebody else want that?
I mean, I do. I'm an October baby.
Yeah, and Matt, you are too, aren't you?
I am, yes.
So the
yeah.
October
Also,
babies.
Look,
doing it.
there's 5 of us. There's gonna have to be months
Oh,
where we
no!
all get together.
October is the Shield month where we're all half naked, putting fists in the middle.
All right. I'm all right with
You
that.
can all fist yourself for October. But look, I gotta wherever my wife needs to latch on to wrestling, I just have to accept it. So if she thinks Baby Huey, as you call him, is
Now I'm telling you, man,
attractive, then
I need you to show her Walter and PCO from GCW a couple years ago,
I'm gonna scare her off, Ryan.
where she like just
I've been wo-
tattoos
I've
PCO's
been
chest.
working at this for 12 years.
so here's what you need to do. You need to see if it works. You need to, after 3 Count Thursday, if you're liquored up enough, you need to break into the bedroom. You need to bust the door open, and you need to hit the Imperium theme. And-
And just chop the shit out of her.
Wake up, woman!
I've known this woman for a long time.
You would die.
I don't think that you guys have known her for a little bit of time.
Yeah, I know.
Brian's
I know.
known her for the longest.
I know enough that you'd be dead if you
don't-
did that shit.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Like I'm just thinking about it. I'm scared, but I'm also drunk enough to kind of consider it.
I'm scared.
Like, who's drunker, me now or Red Scorpion on his video last night?
Oh boy. I think Scorpion had you beat.
Dana. Dana, get up.
I could just play this on our bathroom Alexa right now.
Just
real
power
loud.
bomber on the bed.
Yeah, I'm here.
She's power bombing Jim if he does that.
You're
Yeah.
dead. You're
Yeah,
getting.
I'm-
When was the last time you saw Kevin Nash powerbomb the Giant?
It's gonna happen today.
He almost broke the Giant's neck when he did
Yeah, he
that.
sure did. Bye, Jim.
Yeah, I'm dead. Devin has MSK and the other dude.
Y'all need to be respectful to Bronson Reed.
Look, I mean, I at least called him by his name, but I don't have to be a fan. Get bigger boots, Bronson.
He doesn't need them.
Yes, he does.
No.
They're small.
Oh, there it is.
It's a
They're
whoopie
tiny
pie.
boots. What is that?
Look,
It's a
my
tiny
loving
whoopie.
son brought up the whoopie pie. That's the shoe fly pie.
Well,
Whoopie pie.
it looks gross.
Look at that.
I mean that
Oh.
that doesn't look that bad in terms of what I was
I'm-
thinking.
I'm
Now,
thinking.
there's
about
the texture.
the taste
It
of
looks like a
shoe fly
cookie. It's not a
It
ton
does,
of cake,
yeah.
it looks like.
Right.
Thinking about the taste of shoe fly pie, and it's not good.
So you don't like shoe fly pie,
I'm
Jim.
not a fan.
You're
I'm
not
not
from Pennsylvania.
I'm,
if you're
I'm
from,
fake Lancaster County, I guess.
That's fair.
I like.
can dip this in
you like shoe
molasses.
fly pie?
no, I don't.
Okay, good.
I can eat it.
Yeah,
Not
there's a
my
lot of
favorite.
things. There's a lot of things I can eat. Ryan doesn't mean I want
Elmer's
to.
glue. Actually, I'd probably rather eat Elmer's glue than shoe fly.
Oh, see, you're ridiculous.
Yeah, you're
Elmer's
pushing it.
glue.
Dude, it's not
What
good.
about mush? Would you
I
eat
mean, I
mush?
don't
What
seek
is
it out,
mush?
but it's not bad.
I've probably had mush.
They have mush at Shady Maple. You can eat as much as you want of
Yeah,
mush.
you can get a lot of mush at Shady Maple.
We still haven't done the
Shady.
3-count trip to Shady Maple like we were going
Boy,
to.
I
We
can't
need to
wait.
do that.
Thanks, COVID.
No, we go now. Let's go.
I'm all in.
I'm not gonna lie. Just there last Tuesday, fucking delicious.
Here we go.
Oh, good, huh?
They
Let's
have gloves, and I'm going to trust the science.
That's right. Trust the science.
And I don't know. It might kill me one way or the other, but
Yeah, I mean, you're like
Shady
triple
Maple.
protected though, Ryan.
that is correct.
Well,
Correct.
You
I
had
wore a
both
condom.
shots and the COVIDs.
Yep, you're good. And you ate at Shady Maple, so you're set up for anything.
Right. Yeah.
All right, let's go on to.
So,
I
like, if
think-
you're at Shady Maple and they have a tiny little sliver of shoe fly pie, you would absolutely not take that.
Who?
You.
Why would I waste?
I mean, I wouldn't take it either if it's
why would I
just
waste
sitting there.
valuable real estate from
Okay,
Shady
Matt, it's
Maple?
not just sitting there like one piece. It's cut there and put there for your enjoyment.
No,
Because that would be the time you would eat it.
no. There's so many
Matthew.
other options of things I'm going to eat there.
I'm not gonna
Right,
buy a whole
like-
fucking pie.
Okay, I
If
get
I
what
just
you're
want-
saying, but
That's
I'm
what I
saying,
mean.
like,
So,
if someone like offers me a piece of shoe fly pie, I will eat it, but I don't go to the store and buy it.
Well, and here's the thing too. Like, I will try things
Correct.
on a buffet in a world where I actually still eat at buffets. I've and I will get there again. I will get there again. By all means, I am not anti-buffet.
they have
forever.
scalloped corn.
But like,
Dude, game changer. So fucking good.
I haven't looked at
Scalloped
corn. I haven't looked at corn in my life and go, you know what that shit's missing? Scalloped it.
Scallops.
Okay, but like, I
Scalloped
will
corn.
try
like
things
sea
on a,
scallops.
No, I know what you
Like
mean.
like a cheesy scalloped potato
Yeah.
just made with corn.
I don't need that.
Ryan,
Game
can you
changer.
say
So what's
sea
the difference
stars?
between that and creamed corn?
Oh.
Jeez.
Ooh, I need some
Okay,
some
the
lemon
cheese
lime
one's
Zoa to wash out that bad thought of cream corn.
Oh, I like
Creamed
creamed corn. But I will
You
try.
like
things-
corn nuggets?
Yes,
Who doesn't like corn nuggets?
Yeah,
they're
corn
great in
nuggets.
our air fryer, by the way. Frozen ones,
So
put them in
good.
the air fryer. Fantastic. Love the air fryer. We use it at least twice a week.
Roma, the delicious Italian joint in Lidditz, sells them randomly
do.
on their menu.
So does most Chinese restaurants, by the way.
Yes,
Corn
yes.
nuggets.
But I will try things on a buffet that I wouldn't like
Normally get.
because if you don't like it, you just it's just trash at that point.
So why would you wait? Why would you do that though on a buffet? Like to me, if I'm going to a buffet, I'm getting all I can eat of the shit that I like. Like
Aw, see, I
find
don't
me
ride
the
the spice of
cornbread
life.
stuffing. No, I
But I'll
need
get-
like the
I'll get
same
a little
6
tiny
things.
piece of it, because then that may be a thing that I like, and
Right,
that could
you
be
gotta
part
try
of my
new
buffet
things.
repertoire from now on.
I'm almost 35. I don't think there's anything in my life that I haven't eaten that I'll like.
Oh no, tastes change all the time.
No, sir.
Oh
All the
no,
time.
no, you know that with me too.
Well, right, you're a whole different. You're a whole there's a psychiatrist couch with your name on it. To
I'm
figure-
actually surprised that you ate the scalloped corn.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
like cheesy
seriously.
looking corn. I was like, fuck yes.
right, but
That's all
that's
it took.
something new.
It looked like if you
That was
took
corn.
corn nuggets and dumped it out, that's what it looks like.
But like, there's the like Chinese buffets. I am notorious for trying new things. I'll put a little bit of it on my plate. I've discovered I love sushi from the Manor Buffet in Lancaster. Exactly. All right, let's go to the
I haven't been there
NXT.
in a long time.
I not since
Did you ever see the sign they had up at the Manor Buffet? It says the rice are here. At the
no,
rice cookers. You never saw that?
no,
The rice are here.
the rice are here. All right,
Yeah.
NXT Women's Championship. Raquel Gonzalez defending against Ember Moon. I got to go with my girl Raquel. There's no reason she should lose this title right now. Tim,
Rockwheezy.
thank you. Matt,
Raquel.
intern Mark.
Raquel Welch is going to she's going to defeat the Moon. I don't know how it's going to happen, but Raquel Welch is going to defeat the Moon.
Perfect, Ryan.
There's going to be a total eclipse that night.
Yep, what Mark said. Word for word.
Thank
Raquel
you.
Welch beating the Moon.
Turn around.
Perfect. Singles
Right
match:
on.
Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li. I have Xia Li winning. Because Mercedes may or may not be moving to Monday Night Raw next Monday, possibly.
Ooh.
Ryan,
I didn't hear that. And if they're moving people, I mean, Mercedes is ready, but Xia Li has like the whole package with the whole doodly dads and stuff, and that just sounds like garbage they would put on Raw. So I don't like what they're doing with Xia Li. So I'm going to say Mercedes. And if she does move with the W.
there you go. Mark,
I got to go with Xia Li. Is that her name?
yes.
Xia Li? I'm going to go with Xia Li. I think, yeah, I like Martinez a lot. Honestly, I do. She's got some great ink. She's got a great personality. She's a fantastic wrestler. But I don't see her winning this one. It'd be nice if they bumped her up in the Raw, maybe gave her a mask or something and had her join a faction that really goes nowhere fast. Oh, they already did that.
I see what you did there. Devin had Raquel
Strike
Welch,
one.
and he had Xia Li for this one. Matt, go ahead.
Mercedes Martinez.
And
Right
Tim.
choice.
Boy, I don't care. This is like I'm sorry.
Tim.
I'm sorry. This
You're not
It is
wrong.
It is women's wrestling. We get it. Tim.
no, it's not. It's more. It's more
Heck,
than
you didn't
just.
even care about the
I'm
NWA
sorry, you guys
Women's
only
World
acknowledge
Championship.
women's wrestling that isn't in the WWE.
This is a New Japan Women's Wrestling, Tim.
There's not. It's called Stardom.
Whoa, you know who else was a big fan of Stardom?
I didn't say I was a fan of Stardom. I just said it was there.
All right. Now we're
Is
talking.
that was that show with Ed McMahon?
No, that's
Now the Star
close.
Search.
Yep, that's the Star Search. That's not a Transformer either. That's Starscream. I guess I'll go Mercedes Martinez only to get beat up by the Tien Sha. Because Tien Sha is a group. It's not a person.
Okay.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yep, exactly.
I have no idea who that is.
That's the honest truth. That's
He's-
the group of
he's
like the
talking
dude and the
ninja.
other person.
It's Tien Sha is Boa, Xia Li, and the masked lady who's absolutely not Karen Q.
Wait.
He's talking New Japan again.
Oh no. PWG apparently returning on Sunday, August the 1st.
Really?
Just saw that on Twitter.
Hold on.
Now, was that really a good really, or it would be better in Japan really?
No, it
News.
Bring out Lester Holt.
Tom Brokaw. Tom Brokaw is my guy.
it's actually I thought PWG was already All Elite Wrestling, so I didn't know that what we needed to have both.
I mean, kind of.
Tim, all of your strikes have been erased.
Thank you.
Hey, he took a shot at the Buck, so you're good in my book.
Did someone say take a shot of the Zoa?
Jesus Christ.
You just forced that one in there, didn't you?
Sure did.
Sure did. Giggity. Ladder match for the vacant. Really? The vacant? Of course. $1 million.
You read it, Jim. You're the host.
I sure did. Cameron Grimes versus L.A. Knight. There's no way this isn't L.A. Knight, right? Like he's definitely the new like $1 million man. 100%. That's what I'm going with. Tim.
Boy, as much as I would love to root for my fellow statesman, Hagerstown, Maryland's own L.A. Gear, I cannot vote. I cannot, in good conscience.
Are you not a knightist?
So let me tell you something. $1 Million Man retired from active competition at 38 years old.
Okay.
L.A. Knight is
Do the finger points.
37. L.A. Booty is 37.
L.A. Lakers.
That's the wrong side of 30. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I think he is 38, isn't he? Isn't he older?
No, L.A. Knight's younger by a little bit. Sorry.
Let's Google that.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Matt, who do you got here?
Old man Knight.
Oh, yeah, he is 38.
Right on the button.
He's 30.
Still the wrong side of 30.
Yeah. Anyway, Ted DiBiase's. I don't like Cameron Grimes either, but I like Cameron Grimes what he's doing right now. So Cameron Grimes.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Intern Mark.
I'll tell you what, I really like this whole angle with the $1 million title. I like it a lot. It'd be nice if they brought Virgil out for a special guest referee.
He's not doing anything else.
Yeah, he could pay him off with some meat sauce and Olive Garden gift certificates. He'd be there. Yeah. I got to go with, I think, I'd like to see, is it a Vic Grimes? I'd like to see Vic Grimes win it, but I would go with New Balance man, LA Knight.
To the point. Do it. LA Knight, come on.
LA.
Close enough, Ryan.
What was that guy that used to do that? The Shooting Star.
Oh, don't do that. Ryan would get so mad when we would do the
The Rising Star.
Oh, that shit. I was wondering what the hell you were talking about. I thought you were talking about a real wrestler.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Boy,
Wow.
shots are fired.
What an asshole.
And they
Jeez.
weren't.
Rising
I
Star.
didn't shoot that was a mere fling.
Chill.
Is that the chill?
Rising Stars.
Daddy, chill.
Oh, I missed the daddy
Daddy
part.
chill.
Daddy chill.
The answer is L.A. Knight.
Thank
Every day. Cameron Grimes doesn't make sense. He's
Whose
eventually
game
gonna
is
lose.
it? It's LA Knight's game. Hallelujah.
That's fine. You don't have to like it.
you.
This is what it is.
I mean, I'd love Cameron Grimes
LA
to
Knight.
do it, but it's just not going to happen.
What
Grimes
is
is
it about LA
eventually
Knight? Hold on. I need to really know what it is about LA Knight. It's so.
There's nothing about it.
I don't think anyone likes LA
It's the
Knight.
same thing he did. Eli Drake. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
It's
Eli
not good.
Drake.
Yeah, and I thought it
LA
was
Knight.
stupid then as it is stupid now.
Hey, I'm not saying it's great. I'm just.
We
There's
just made
no
everybody
way.
do his little fucking thing on our podcast.
Yeah,
There's
'cause
no
you
But
wouldn't-
if you're listening, you can't even see us doing the fucking
That's
finger
right.
thing.
I mean, to me, like picking between this match is picking between a shoe fly pie, whoopie pie, and a
Shoe fly
Mountain
pie.
Dew whoopie pie. Like you're gonna be disappointed. You don't really want either of them, but if you have to,
Right, you're
choose
looking
one-
at strawberry and regular and
Hold on, I'm gonna see.
Correct.
all
If
the
this-
peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
If this was a woman's match, it would be Mercedes Martinez versus Xia Li.
Oof. You said that. I didn't. So like this card is the in your houses of takeover cards, right?
It feels like it.
Devin has Cameron Grimes to the moon. Charlie has the right answer. LA Knight. What recipe are we finding, Tim, or should I keep going?
I'm just trying to see.
Looking for the saltiest recipe in there, probably.
Yeah, I feel like a match between Cameron Grimes and Mr. Nightman. probably tastes a lot like a Kurt Angle food cake parfait.
My God, that's the worst fucking one yet.
First off, the name is terrible.
It is called a food cake parfait.
It's angel food cake, but it's Kurt
Oh,
Angle
Kurt
food.
okay.
Kurt Angle
Oh.
food cake
Well,
parfait.
Jim, can you
You
hit
know-
me with a Price is Wrong, please?
It's got layers like an onion.
Wrong, bitch.
Just all of them. That is just all.
Do you have Yodeling Man?
I don't. Why would I have Yodeling Man?
Why would you have the bankrupt?
Because for instances where things suck.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think you were on the episode once, and Tim read out like the tagline of a TNA show, and then it was just dead silent. And Jim played the Nelson Muntz. Could not stop laughing at that moment.
All right, let's
Never saw it coming.
Never saw it go. Then we got a fatal 5-way match for the NXT Championship. Karrion Kross defending against Cool Kyle, Adam Cole, Bebe, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne, Tim's favorite. I feel like
What was that?
You love British wrestlers.
I love Pete. I actually love Pete
You
Dunne.
actually like Pete Dunne?
Yeah.
You make less sense than I make.
I can't keep track.
And
of
I make this
British
shit up as I go.
Pete Dunne's on NXT.
But he comes from the fake country.
No, but he's on NXT.
He's got a knee tattoo.
Yeah, it's a bear.
And he does the little finger thingies when he
Yeah, it's great.
But if he did it in the UK, it wouldn't be great.
No, it just wouldn't exist.
But his real name has the word England in it.
I mean,
Pete Dunne?
Pete England is his real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, that is horrible.
It says main event.
Yes.
I feel like they're gonna just go back to Adam Cole Bebe. I feel like I think the main roster needs more talent, I don't know.
Wait,
all 5
hold
of
on.
them.
Hold on.
They need, but I feel like Cross might be he's a main roster guy already.
Are we
I feel
calling
like.
Karrion Kross talent now? Is that what we're doing?
Damn.
You just got bumped off Charlie's
so I'm going
Christmas list.
It's okay.
I'm going.
What's gonna be great is when Karrion wins this and Tim has to put him in his top
Again? Nah, man. I got Miko Satomura I can lean on.
I had to put Matt Cardona.
I already did Karrion Kross number 1.
But now he's gonna sneak into like
do
the
it
top
again.
2.
Nah, Miko Satomura, baby.
Again.
Just do it.
Miko Satomura.
Adam Cole Bebe. Ryan.
I feel like Adam Cole has to go to the main roster. There's enough name recognition there. Cross will probably go up to the main roster because I think it's the same thing as Priest. He'll do better up there. They'll put him with a rapper. It'll go over real good. Fuck, who does
Flo
that
Rida
leave?
hasn't been wheeled out in a while.
Pete who?
Flo Rida hasn't been wheeled out in a while. Let's
Pete
take a minute.
England.
Pete England. I don't know. Don't like him. Johnny Gargano made our song, so that'll eliminate him. So it's got to be Kyle O'Reilly.
Okay, cool, Kyle. Intern Mark.
Is this a fatal 5-way or a War Games match?
Fatal 5-way.
War games! War games! War games! War games!
Is this the worst show we've ever done?
No.
No, not close. Okay.
We've had some terrible guests. Not just kidding.
Hey, Zach, when
But
you
no,
listen
no,
to
we
this
have.
show, tell us if it's the worst one we've ever done. Intern Mark.
I think the banter has been fun and witty.
I think so. Apparently, I'm the
We're
best
having a good
version of
time.
myself right now.
We're having
drinking.
fun. Let's see now. We're the fatal 5-way, and it's not a War Games match.
War games! War games! War games! War games!
It's not.
I go with I go with Adam Cole, baby. I think I'd like to see him have the gold again.
Yeah.
Make him he's a heel. And everybody knows the babyface chasing the heel is going to draw the house.
That's right.
He's a
Um,
heel.
God damn. Matt.
I'm
They should
going
have
to
him-
choose one Peter Thomas England for the win.
Ooh. You know, if they have Peter Thomas England come out with a box, he'll be over.
It's true. That's true. That's them's the rules.
I hate this show.
Peter England comes out of a box, he'll be over.
Trendsetter.
Tim.
All right, so I really couldn't care who wins this. So what I've done is I have put all 5 selections on a picker wheel via pickerwheel.com, and I'm gonna spin this shit, and whatever it lands on will be the winner. It's a 1 in
doing the old
5.
share screen?
God damn it! It's Karrion Kross. I can't
You have a
even.
20%
I can't even
chance,
lie.
Matt.
Like I can't even lie. I have to take a picture of this.
20% chance.
I have to take a picture of this for effing science. This is real. That's real.
Charlie, congratulations. It finally happened.
I picked Karrion Kross, you son of a... You lovely man. There it is.
Let's see here.
It's in the
Charlie
text
said
chat.
this. The saltiest recipe in the bottom right corner of the screen. So is that Raquel or is that Ryan? I'm not sure which bottom right he's talking about. Devin says Cross or a Cool Kyle.
Wait, Devin said cool Kyle. I need to change my pick.
I can't believe I picked Karrion Kross. You betrayed me. I'm the king
Do it
of the
again.
internet. No, I'm
Do it
not.
again.
I'm not. No.
No,
I
just for
wanna
fun.
see
Like
if it'll
your
give you
official,
Cross again.
All
your
right, hold
official
on.
pick is Karrion Cross, but let's see if it can. Charlie says Cross walks out here to set up Cool Kyle.
right, here we
beating
go
him
again.
1-on-1.
Spinning it again.
Spinning the wheel.
Spinning the wheel, making the deal, baby.
Well, I even heard.
Oh, this is one of those really good wheel spins.
It actually is
Pete
a-
Dunne.
All right, there you go. Pete England. Not your official pick, though.
Pete England.
Let's give preliminary grades.
He will beat Pete England. Karrion Kross defeats Pete England.
There you go.
Pete-
Preliminary
Pete
grades
England.
for the show. I'll go C+. Tim.
Oh, the show starts at 8 on a Sunday.
Sure does.
We're going C.
Ooh, okay. Matt.
Yeah, I like that. C. A flat C.
Intern Mark.
B+, baby.
Ooh, look at you. Ryan.
B minus.
Will anything on this card get a 0.0?
Are there going to be zombies?
Depends. Depends. Are we getting close-ups of the fans during the LA night match?
Oh, damn. That was harsh. Devin,
Inappropriate.
Devin says B. Devin's the optimistic one here, giving it a B.
When are you going to
That's
share
as
with
far-
us your grading rubric, Jim?
Devin gives it a B because that's as deep as the alphabet as he knows.
Oh,
Oh.
Yikes!
damn.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Ridiculous.
I only attack people who are dead that can't defend themselves.
I love Devin and
Like
he knows it.
Ryan Dunn, Dale Earnhardt. I go after them all, baby. Who else?
Don't make me pull up the Green Acres theme because I'll do that next.
It's okay.
You hillbilly
Oh,
son of a
Adam
bitch.
West-
Adam West died 11 years ago today. I'm very sad about it.
Shit, are you serious?
Adam West has been
11
dead, brother.
years.
Number one Batman dead. I think it's 11 years. I thought it was
I'm
2010.
waiting for Batman's return.
Adam West died in 2017. It wasn't 11 years. It was
I'd say no longer.
13. No, it was 5.
Or 27.
I can't count.
Good Christ.
You're making fun of Devin for only getting the B.
I didn't make fun of him. Ryan did.
I didn't make fun of him either.
You.
No.
What did I say?
You said you
Jim,
could
can you
only
play the
read the
Green
B.
A and B.
I don't remember saying that.
26 letters in the alphabet. He gets up to 2.
You know what? And he's trying, and that's what's important.
Give him time. We all learn at different levels.
You keep it up, Big D. He's got a big penis, and that's all that matters.
I mean, that's very true.
That'll get him through life. That's all he needs.
Simple math, dude. I can't
All right,
count. No, it's not simple math. No, nothing's simple in this. Nothing simple in this brain. Once we get past like the 9 o'clock hour, simple tasks get hard.
They get hard.
All bad. All
There's
bad.
a penis joke in there too, I'm sure.
Peak hours for me are 9 to 9. After that,
Oh my.
Yeah, we know that. Okay.
Remember when we used to start this podcast at 9:30?
Yeah, that's a horrible idea. Can we never do that again?
We can never do that again.
Thank you.
Heck no.
Why was it always so late? I've actually wondered that for a while, and I never had the
Because
balls
at
to
at
ask.
the old house, the setup was different. So
Oh, the
we had
boss
the
lady.
setup and the boss lady. I'm not in charge.
That's fair.
I think we had it.
I'm not in charge until tonight when I bust open an Imperium her.
Until we come in with
If-
the Imperium theme.
I'm an Imperium her.
Adjectives, verbs, what's it matter? Nouns.
The,
Get ready, lady.
he's gonna take his flag and claim land.
Okay, so last Friday night on AEW Dynamite,
Can't say that anymore.
on AEW Dynamite,
Nope,
Mark
hold on,
Henry-
guys. Here's our 10 minutes of AEW talk.
Mark Henry was trying to talk about why he was coming to AEW, and then Vicky Guerrero started, as a word Matt uses with the Bellas, honking, interrupting the segment, and introduced Andrade, and nobody in the crowd reacted, and there was no music, and I was confused as what the hell was going on. But Andrade is in AEW, made his debut, which I actually am excited about. I think he is a great fit. I think that when he got let go from WWE, I feel like that it felt like the obvious answer. And I know it's easy to be like, well, everybody's gonna go to AEW, but I think that is a great pickup for AEW. Now let's go. Do you guys like, before we get to any of the rumor and innuendo, as it will, around him, do you guys like the signing, Ryan?
Yeah. I mean, they have a big roster gap now that Leo Rush is no longer with them. I think he can fill that roster gap well.
Mark.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you look at the track record, like with what they did with Christian Cage and Miro, I think he's going to do good things, good and great things in AEW. Actually, no, I'm really excited to have him over there for real.
Matt.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I think it's a good signing.
Tim.
Is he going to be on AEW Dark commentary?
Probably. He'll be one of the 14 guys on commentary. Tim.
I think this is an absolute slam dunk win for AEW. Andrade is a star that they need, especially for the Latin demographic. Like, yes, Penta is great, and so is Rey Fenix, but Andrade is just a different kind of animal. That's a grown man doing grown man shit.
Agreed. Now there was a report that came out, I think it was from Wrestling Inc. Last week and early this week, that said that part of the negotiation to get Andrade in AEW was that he wanted creative control, which, you know, we've heard over the years with like the end of Bret Hart's deal in WWE. That has since been debunked. I think it was PW Insider Wrestling Inc. then retracted their prior report that it wasn't, you know, everything goes through Tony Khan. So like I think it's kind of a bummer that the early part of his entry into AEW was what was really kind of a dud of a segment. Charlie says happy for Andrade. The segment was horrible. It just, I feel like a lot of their debut segments just don't go over as well as they want them to. This was another one. So like, I hope that whatever his first feud is, and we'll talk about that, but you had that, and then you had these what turned out to be false reports. And unfortunately the false report tends to get aired more than the retraction. So I don't know if like a lot of people had seen that like it wasn't actually a thing. I was personally I was kind of surprised that he would have had the demand of creative control, because it's something you don't really hear about a lot with a lot of superstars. But you know, I just the introduction, the way it was pulled off, it was kind of a bummer, I think, because somebody of his star level and what I think could be the impact on that roster that he should have, it fell flat.
Jim, it wasn't a false report. I'm not sure where you got that information, but for it to be a false report, AEW would have to have a creative team and have creative storylines. So without that, there's no need to have creative control. So yeah. I don't know. I don't have great hopes for this, unfortunately. I think it's a matter of months before they bring back somebody really old, like, I don't know, Psycho Sid, and weigh Andrade down with Psycho Sid like they've done Darby Allin and Sting. So that's what will happen. It's going to be a real disappointment, unfortunately.
The same Sting who was Jim's Wrestler of the Week the other week?
That's Sting.
That's.
But did you see Sting? He took his shirt off and he jumped off a stack of fake poker chips.
I fell down the steps once.
I mean, I love Sting with all my heart.
You don't see me on fucking TV.
That's right. I think you're being just a little bit cynical.
That did happen.
I think you're being a little bit cynical with Andrade and what they're going to do with him. I don't think he's going to pan out immediately, because I don't think there's anyone that they've brought in that wasn't Cody Rhodes or anyone like one of the EVPs that panned out immediately. But Miro's found his stride since coming to AEW. I'm trying to think of another WWE guy who has found
Jericho.
his stride. No, because he was in from the beginning.
Moxley.
Mox. Like, Mox
is fair.
He wasn't like...
Mox is on a different level, though.
That was like a fucking layup, though.
It was, but even then, there was still a little bit of like floundering struggles with like not making him Dean Ambrose and letting him be Jon Moxley, because he still had, at the beginning, there was still like the Dean Ambrose stink.
Sure.
At the beginning.
Like him coming out of the crowd.
Which he still does, but
does he?
Yeah. You know,
it's much better now, though. It's not like forcefully come down. And again, it's the setup of Daly's place, but I like it much better that it comes like from the side, and it seems
they're
more
less than a month from going back to arenas where he'll just come down arena stairs.
That is correct.
Yeah, but it's gonna be much. Actually, I don't know if he will come down arena stairs.
Why wouldn't he?
Just because you have crowds, do you really want to test the science that hard that you're going to have?
He literally took a beer from a fan and drank it at.
Well, Jon Moxley has a death wish. Have you not seen him?
So
he competed in
an exploding match.
He was in an exploding ring barbed wire death match. Don't quote that. That was the name of the match.
Did you see Onita say today he wants to bring an actual exploding death match and FMW to the United States, and he's put a bunch of feelers out.
It's called
very exciting.
So they've already
That's
been
cool,
in the works for a while. It's I think it's proposed to be called FMWE.
Okay.
Cool. Twinkle
And
Toes Finger Bang. Cool.
Onita and John Moxley, because I think that's part of the reason why Mox is using Wild Thing. I think they're setting up Onita versus Mox in an exploding ring match, which is going to be amazing. Sign me up too. I don't even like that ghoul shit, and sign me up for it.
Are they going to have double the sparklers this time or what?
Jim, it's not. Oh, God damn it.
I mean, what did George W. Bush say? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
You ain't gonna fool me again. You ain't gonna fool me again.
Yep.
I love that.
That's
Is my
what I'm saying.
favorite. It is my favorite George Bush quote.
It's probably the best one. It's got to be
soundbite.
That would be a good soundbite. But to Andrade in AEW, what do you think? If you were writing the show, who would be his first feud? And then who do you think will actually be his first feud? And why is it somebody on AEW Dark?
If I'm writing it, I'm putting him against the Death Triangle.
Okay.
Because immediately you're going to think that he's going to connect with Penta and Rey Fenix. And they're going to turn on him. Which leads to Pac and Andrade. And then Andrade's got to beat Rey and beat Penta to get to Pac. Who I think they're going to put him against? Is he going to be a heel or is he going to be a face? Oh, wait. None of that matters in AEW because there are no heels and faces. So, I bet you he goes against the 3-star General Cody Rhodes. Cody needs something to do. He's already fought QT Marshall and nobody cared. He just beat up Anthony Ogogo and no one cared. So now he's going to fight the new shiny thing to prove he can wrestle.
Yeah, but he has an announcement tomorrow night. So
Can you also like clip a quick "We Got the Beat" for when we talk about Anthony Ogogo?
We got the beat.
Vacation's all I ever
That's all
want.
I want. Just a real quick little.
We got it.
When are we ever going to talk about him again?
He's still contracted, no?
Yeah, I'm here for Anthony Ogogo so bad.
I am
like,
too,
I
but
want,
I mean,
I want big things for Ogogo. I want you to wake me up when he Ogogo.
I wanted him to beat the 7-star General Cody Rhodes, but fortunately,
3-star General, man. He's so good. Cody Rhodes. I you know what? I'm really looking forward to that first Dynamite with live crowds, so that he could make WrestleMania
2 weeks ago.
No. I'm talking about like the stadium show,
First arena
the
show.
arena show.
The
First
Miami,
arena show
I think.
where he literally uses the entire pyro budget 4 times. In
100%. And it'll still be those little
sparklers. He's gonna have the Dudley
one
Boys
pop-
streamers that
one
shoot
pop
in.
Always like them.
He's gonna have those.
Fun.
He's gonna have Kane fire and Undertaker fire. He's gonna have the Brock Lesnar corner pyro.
He's gonna have a sledgehammer because he's
Gonna break the throne again. He's gonna build the throne
because he wants Daddy to see him.
That's
Yeah,
right.
You know, the whole thing.
Well, our AEW segment became a WWE segment real quick.
Sure did.
It's not a
Did
WWE
see that
segment.
coming.
It's a
Shit on Cody.
I'm dunking on Cody.
Sure did.
I literally just said I love Anthony Ogogo.
Anybody else? Who would you have Andrade against first?
I would have Andrade wrestle with Jungle Jack Perry. And the reason I say that is I think he needs to be with gentlemen of smaller stature. If you look at Andrade's matches in the WWE, statue, whatever, it's fucking getting late. Fuck you. Look, you guys are even lucky I'm still doing this stupid shit. Jungle Jack Perry, fuck, I gotta start all over again. So I'd have him wrestle Jungle Jack Perry. His stature is smaller, and
He has a small statue.
he's smaller, and he
He's
can
a
handle
small
him well.
statue.
And I think Andrade's best match
Who
in
hell is
the
this?
WWE umbrella was with Johnny Gargano at Takeover Philadelphia. So recreate that with the Jungle Kid.
Matt, Mark.
Orange Cassidy.
Oh, I like that.
Now you're talking.
I like that.
That's good.
Now you're talking. I like that a lot. I was thinking the Bastard Pac.
Pac could be a fun match for sure.
Pac.
You're a bastard.
I mean, I honestly figure they're gonna put him with just somebody random and dumb and pointless.
Oh wait, that was what I would book. What I think will happen is he will tag team with Peter Avalon against the Varsity Blondes.
Oh my gosh.
That's actually probably extremely
He's
accurate.
gonna join the Hollywood Hunks. Or what are they called? The
Bear
group-
Country.
It's no Cesar Bonani, not Dolph Ziggler, and Peter Avalon are a group.
Who?
No, you know who not Dolph Ziggler is.
Oh yeah, it's Dolph
His
Ziggler's
brother.
brother, right?
Not Dolph Ziggler, yeah.
He wears Dolph's hand-me-down gear from his run with AJ
Yeah,
Lee.
it's not Dolph, it's the Hollywood Hunk, not Dolph Ziggler. That's his name.
By the way, couldn't sleep last night, so I threw on some old. I started with WWE Money in the Bank season 1, episode 1, and then today I was on season 3, episode 1, and AJ Lee was the special referee between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. She was adorable as a referee, by the way. Super cute. I would book Andrade against not Rusev, Miro. Get him in that TV title picture. He shouldn't be going for the big title, but I would make him feel important right away. Get that TV title action, boss.
So literally all I could think of when Jim was trying to talk about AJ Lee, I just put the Imperium music on in the background in my head. It's like I was watching AJ Lee, and man, she looked adorable. She was absolutely cute. I have come to conquer you, little girl.
A great thing.
Where you at, AJ?
This guy is sauced.
Yo,
I've literally been drinking since about 5 o'clock today.
Awesome.
this is the time that he's going to tell us how AJ Styles stayed at his house once. Where you at, AJ?
Wrong AJ.
Wrong AJ. All right.
Yeah.
I love AJ Styles.
Any other thoughts on Andrade in AEW?
Depending on how well this goes, I would be very careful if WWE doesn't lose Charlotte in like a year and a half.
No way in
No.
hell.
No.
All right, let's timestamp it. June 10th,
Awesome.
2021. I said 18 months. So
There is
December 22.
0.0%
Okay.
chance right there.
Okay.
0.0.
Charlie says, what's AEW going to do is have Taz try to recruit him and have another feud with Team Taz.
Taz's Maniacs, baby. Yeah.
Why not?
What's the deal with Hook?
Yo, Hook is great.
What is it?
It's Taz's son.
Is that really?
That's
Wait,
Shoot
seriously,
Taz's
Taz's
son.
kid?
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I
And
didn't
he
know
named him
that.
fucking Hook.
Yeah. No, his name
Oh, so
is
it's not his shoot name.
No, Hook is because he's from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn.
What
So
the hell is
it's
Taz?
Hook. Taz's
It's,
name
Peter
is Pete
Senercha.
Senercha. Yeah. His son's
So it's
name.
Hook Senercha.
No.
Hey, this is my son, Hook Sriracha.
Gabagool. Hook, Gabagool, Sriracha.
Hello, brother.
right.
Hello.
Tyler. Hook's name is Tyler Senercha.
I learned something tonight on
Yeah.
the podcast.
No shit.
So are you in?
That doesn't
Are you
happen
in?
very
Are
often.
you in on the Hook bandwagon now?
No, I still
Why
don't
not?
like it.
Oh, come on.
I like it better than John Cohn's kid, though.
That's not
Ooh.
true.
You'd like it better if Nicholas's name was like Hook.
Ladder,
Hook and Ladder.
Axe. I don't fucking know. There was already an axe. Can't do axe.
Yeah, I'm with Charlie on this, and they're not. I mean,
This show's stupid.
Charlotte's not going anywhere.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Jim, real talk. What's a better chance in 18 months? Charlotte going to AEW or AEW doesn't exist?
Ooh.
People said that when Ric Flair left WCW to go to WWF. Mind you.
Right. And what show are we talking about for the bulk of this podcast? I get it wasn't 18 months.
Out of those two options, Ryan, I guess I would have to say Charlotte and AEW.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
AEW is not going away in 18 months.
Okay.
I mean, Tony's got to have something to play with. I mean,
He's got Everton Football Club, right? Or whatever he's got. What's
Sure.
that football team? Is it Everton?
That's a year and a half. The Jags start turning things around. Daddy starts caring about football a little bit more. Tightens the purse strings on old Sonny kid.
Possibly, I guess, but
When Team Tebow fails as a tight end, we could bring him to AEW.
Tebow's not failing.
The Jaguars are doing better and they're making more money. Why is he tightening the purse
he
strings?
wouldn't tighten the budget.
To Matt, your fucking logic doesn't make sense.
All right, let's go to the news.
We're not going to do the SummerSlam thing?
It's already 10:15.
Unbelievable.
We can get that next week.
Unbelievable.
It'll still be relevant next week.
Will not.
Do you want to talk about it now?
I don't want to do half the shit we do here, Jim. But you send the shit, I get it ready, and you don't do it. It frustrates me. That's all.
So then you're prepared for next week.
You're already prepared for next week, Ryan.
I doodle on this fucking thing so much during the show, I can't read what I had.
Okay, so just don't whack off into that. Use the tissue. Let it sit by the and you tore it up. Okay. Well, you'll have to re-prepare for next week then. The NWA is headed to St. Louis for 2 pay-per-views this August, one of which will be an all-women's show produced by Mickie James. The NWA owner Billy Corgan announced the news alongside James at the beginning of Tuesday's Power. James said she, while she could have wrestled any of the top talents out there, the all-women's show was something she's wanted to do for years, only to be, quote, cut off at every opportunity. Of course, she was released by WWE earlier this year. She didn't say if she'd be wrestling at the show. The news was part of several announcements and emotional Corgan made about the NWA in St. Louis this August. The all-women's pay-per-view will be Saturday, August the 28th. The name for the show is not announced. The second pay-per-view of the weekend will be on Sunday, August 29th from the Chase Ballroom, called NWA 73, an anniversary and tribute to the original home of NWA and legendary promoter Sam Muchnick. TV tapings will be held Monday, August 30th, Tuesday, August 31st. Corgan didn't mention if fans will be in attendance, but it assumed that they will be. Charlie says SummerSlam, bring Becky back if she's ready, and judging by her Instagram, she is. Yeah, we will definitely talk about SummerSlam next week and how they want to make it a big show. Don't give me that fucking face, Ryan. I swear to God. Big E.
I make faces the entire night.
Yeah, I know. Well, when I see them, I'll comment. With Aleister Black being released from WWE, Big E is now left without a feud on Friday Night SmackDown. Vince McMahon has not signed off on a new storyline yet. That's why Big E was not on last week's show. The belief is that Big E not in danger of getting lost in the shuffle. It's reported that he is one of McMahon's favorite people and will always find something for him to do. So we'll look for that as we go over the next couple of months or weeks.
Not in danger of being lost in the shuffle because he's already lost in the shuffle?
No, he just doesn't have a current storyline right now because the one that he was marked for was fired.
So lost in the shuffle.
Thank you, Tim. Look, we don't agree often, Tim. I'll take
I
it.
know what Lost in the Shuffle looks like, and this is Lost in the Shuffle.
If this was an AEW, Big E would be buried and dead, according to Jim. Buried and dead.
That's not true because wins and losses don't matter in AEW.
No, they do matter.
They do matter.
don't.
There's
Do
a
they?
whole ranking system, Jim.
Do
They have a
they
rank-
though?
They have a ranking
Let's-
system for toughness.
Let's
go
be
on the
honest.
website.
Do they? I don't think they do.
Yes.
WWE has abandoned a trademark for the term "the collective," as first reported by PW Insider. WWE filed an express abandonment on June the 4th. WWE's filing of the name was criticized due to its prior use by Game Changer Wrestling. It's been confirmed with the U.S. Patent Office that the abandonment was processed on Monday, June the 6th. WWE had filed the trademark for the term last December to be used in entertainment services. The Patent Office refused the trademark last month due to no documentation on file whether the name would be used for a particular individual. The trademark was also refused due to confusion with an existing trademark for the collective experience, which is owned by former motocross racer David Drakes. A few weeks after WWE's initial filing, Game Changer Wrestling filed their own trademark for the term. That filing is still awaiting examination by the trademark office. And then the big news out of Monday Night Raw this past week, Eva Marie set to make her return to WWE this coming Monday on Raw. A new vignette aired this past Monday featuring Eva Marie. At the end of the vignette, revealed she would be making her return. Wrestling Observer confirmed a WrestleVotes report from earlier this week, reporting that when Eva Marie returns, she'll be accompanied by someone in a bodyguard type muscle role, quote unquote. Names mentioned include Piper Niven of NXT UK and Mercedes Martinez, who is obviously featured on NXT and has also been in the WWE. However, the Observer notes it's unclear who will eventually be in that role. So tune in Monday night for the return of Eva Marie. Anybody have anything else before we close this thing up? Ryan, I know you're.
I mean, there was another piece of news that dealt with Game Changer Wrestling, and I kind of alluded to it loosely. Their lawsuit with Independent Wrestling, independentwrestling.tv.
Yes.
With the breach of contract.
Oh, what was that?
So independentwrestling.tv and Game Changer Wrestling were engaged in a contract so that Game Changer Wrestling would air on independentwrestling.tv. But for whatever reason, Game Changer Wrestling wanted to break contract and they wanted to do their shows elsewhere, but they were under contract actively with independentwrestling.tv. They held pay-per-views on, I think it was Fight. Is that what Game Changer does on their?
Yeah.
So literally every show that they've done, for the most part, has been off of independentwrestling.tv, and is a breach of contract. And Game Changer wants Independent Wrestling to take all of their events off the website, and this, that, and the third. So there's a big kerfuffle in that regard.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
I did see that. It feels like somebody thinks they should be getting paid more, and the other party thinks that they should be getting more.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like nobody's happy.
Yeah.
With that, yeah, it's a shame they couldn't just work it out too. I mean, I get it. If you're making money on Fight, why stream somewhere else? I get it, but I don't know. Game Changer's getting big. It really is.
Game Changer is big.
Yes. It is big, right? It's getting bigger. I think it's still getting bigger. Pandemic be damned. I think they're going to come back real strong from this. I get it's still a niche market with the death matching stuff, but some of their shit, it's really the best of the indies.
And Dark Side of the Ring really shined a light on. It was it was an hour-long infomercial for Game Changer Wrestling.
Really was.
Well, and I mean, I think it also helps when you have guys like Janela, who's in AEW, that also works those shows. When you have guys like Cardona, who now are appearing on the show, that a broader audience goes, hey, I know who that guy is.
Ring of Honor TV champion Tony Deppen, right? Not wrestling death matches there, but putting on stellar wrestling matches. Yeah.
So if you have names that people recognize, it's gonna help go, what's this product over here, and you can check it out. So Yeah, I
the
think they're doing-
Invisible Man versus the Invisible Stan.
they're doing a lot of things right. So, credit to them, and yeah, I mean, obviously as we're coming out of things that, more people are back in buildings and able to go to shows and stuff like that. I think it's obviously a positive thing for them. So it's definitely something to be interested to see where they go with it. All right, let's close this thing up. Let's get out of here. Ryan, you want to, I want to start with you because you always, I feel like, give me the.
Oh no, you can start with me. I just don't have anything.
Okay. People can follow you as they see on the screen.
You'll do it for me.
Perfect. Have a good week, Ryan. Mark, got anything?
Well, let me think. I want to pass congratulations on to the Sea Stars for winning their match in AEW this past week. I couldn't be more proud. Try the whoopie pies at Marion's Pies. They have a special flavor shoe fly pie. Make sure you go out and grab one of them before they're gone. And get some Hodecker celery while you're there. Thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody.
All right, Matt, what do you got? We have a woman of the week this week?
We do. We actually have two because they're twins. So go to our Instagram page. It's
Wait, are the Bella twins are women of the week?
No, never. Never again, anyway, I should say.
Because Bree sucks. It's okay, I get it.
I think we did Bree, and we won't be doing another one. So at 3 Count Thursday on Instagram, the MK twins are our women of the week.
All right, very good. Tim.
And on the Toolman across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. If you care, I have TikTok, but I don't TikTok, so send me your funny TikToks. If you enjoy what I do here, I do a couple other podcasts at Final Place Pod on Twitter for Final Wrestling Place, where we break down the nouns of professional wrestling, the persons, places, things, and ideas, and we put them in the good place or the bad place. This season, we are taking the members of famous stables and making a all good place and all bad place team. We've done the NWO and the Nexus Extended. We got 2 more episodes this season before we or actually 2 or 3. I don't know how long the month of June is, but that's how long it'll take. And also, we do a live reaction podcast to every WWE, AEW, and NXT pay-per-view called Viewer's Choice on the North-South Connection at VC on North-South. Me and my best friend Marcus do both of those podcasts. They are a hoot nanny. We will be live for you to consume Monday morning, immediately after the NXT In Your House event. And then we have Heck in a Sec later on in the month as well. So it should be a good time. Love all you guys. Thank you so much for listening. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you decided to be with us, and that's what matters.
All right, love all you guys too. Make sure you follow me at Big Jim Sports. Follow the show at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at 3 Count Thursday. Go to 3countthursday.com. Make sure you check out our merchandise, our collar and elbow brand deal. All of it's over there on the website. Subscribe on all podcast platforms. But until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin. Recount Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?